Stanley, where are you? I'm going to sleep soon. Are you on your way home yet?
Sorry, Monica, I'm gonna be a little while. I'm taking the last train home. Don't wait up for me, just go to sleep.
You said that last time and ended up coming back the next morning. Are you drinking with the guys from work again?
Yeah.
Stanley, you've been doing this an awful lot lately. I barely see you these days as it is with the inhuman amounts of overtime your boss has been making you do. Couldn't you at least cut down on the drinking parties so we can actually spend some time together?
It's out of my hands, babe. I gotta hang out with the boys from work sometimes. What would you have me do, ditch 'em? There are times when I can't make it home even when I want to.
But Stanley, you don't even drink.
That doesn't give me a get-out-of-jail-free card, you know. I still have to tag along. I may call it hanging out, but you're better off just thinking of these get-togethers as part of my job.
I get that you have social responsibilities, honey, but if you keep coming home first thing in the morning several times a week, you're gonna get sick. Let's face it, you're not the spring chicken you once were. I really think you should start being more health conscious. You're working like a dog with all the overtime these days as it is.
It's fine, chill. I know my own body and I know my limits. I'll take power naps in the day when I can, so there's nothing to worry about.
What, you mean at work? If you have time to be sleeping at work, surely you could finish up and come home early instead? You can always sleep here, you know, in our bed. I'm sure that would be more comfortable than slumping over at your desk.
Sheesh, Monica, you're really breaking my balls today. Part of the reason I'm doing all this overtime is so I can provide for you and give you the things you want in life.
I know that. But still, you hardly sleep at the house at all anymore. Is it such a surprise that I'm worried about you?
If you're so worried, then it'd be great if you could get off my back, because this sure as hell isn't good for my mental health. Don't you see how asking me to justify my every move is gonna stress me out?
I'm sorry, I don't mean to give you a hard time. But Stanley, please, can't you see why I'm worried? You barely reply to my messages anymore, and when you do, it's days later. I feel like we'd never speak if I didn't message you first. Of course, I'm gonna be worried if I can't even speak to you. Maybe the guys peer pressured you into chugging more beers than you could handle, or you tripped down an alleyway on the way home and banged your head. These are the scenarios that run through my mind when you disappear for days at a time. I have no way of knowing whether you've been in an accident or if you're just ignoring me.
I've been coming home late pretty much every night lately. Surely you're used to it by now. Take a chill pill, sweet cheeks, you fret too much.
Maybe so, but saying that isn't just gonna magically make it stop. I can't help feeling the way I do. I wish you'd understand that and start acting less like a stranger and more like my husband.
Fine, whatever. I'll message you more from now on. Happy now?
Yes. But won't you please consider sleeping at the house more? It's been totally empty during the week lately. How are you gonna rest up properly if you don't chill out at home every now and then?
You have a point, actually. Okay, it's decided. I'll relax at home on my day off.
Really? Yay! In that case, I'll rustle up some of your favorite hamburgers. I'll get you some of that packet soup you love too. I'm really looking forward to seeing you again, babe.
Thanks, I appreciate you doing all that. Oh, and I'm sorry. I shouldn't have spoken so harshly. That was rude of me. I know you can't help worrying, and I know you only do it because you care. I think you're right. I must be tired.
It's fine, honey. I know how hard you work, and I appreciate it. But please try and be kinder to yourself, okay? Believe it or not, you are mortal like the rest of us. I'm working too, you know. It's not like we're gonna be homeless if you turn down overtime every now and again. Don't overdo it.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. I'll get home as early as I can tonight.
Okay, see you soon. Take care. I'll run you a bath too, honey. See you soon. Stanley, are you there? I just checked our bank account. The $20K we saved up since getting married is gone. Do you have any idea why? If you don't, I'm going straight to the police station.
I'm sorry, I took it out.
I knew it. What's going on? Why the hell would you do that behind my back?
I'm sorry, babe. There's no time to explain now. I'll tell you later.
Later? I don't want to hear later. Why don't you have time? Where even are you?
I'm out.
You think I'm a freaking moron? I know that. I'm asking you where you are specifically. It says on the transaction history you withdrew the money yesterday. No way. Are you out somewhere spending it right now?
No. Well, actually, I am, but...
You explain what the hell's going on this instant, Stanley. It's a national holiday today, so don't even bother trying to give me any crap about being at work. Surely you can make it home, can't you?
I'm so sorry about this, babe, but you see, the thing is, I can't make it home right now.
So tell me what the hell you're playing at. Explain, right now.
I'm at my mom and dad's house.
Huh? Your mom and dad's house? Why would you be there?
Look, the thing is, it's my mom. She's ill. She needs money to cover her hospital visits, and she needs to have an operation. That's why I took the $20K from her account.
What? Your mom's ill? Why didn't you tell me?
I'm sorry, babe. I really wanted to tell you, but my mom told me not to.
But wait a sec, this doesn't make any sense. Me and your mom get along great, and we're always messaging each other. Why didn't she tell me anything? She said she was fine before.
She probably just didn't want to worry you because she knows what a dweller you are. She's in a pretty bad way, but the doctors say she has a good chance of recovering if she goes into hospital for an operation. Monica, please can you pretend you didn't hear this? You can't let my mom know you know.
I mean, sure, I guess. I don't mind keeping quiet about it if that's what you want.
The reason I've been leaving the house empty on my days off lately, too, is because I've been driving out to my folks' place, but I'm so sorry for keeping all this from you.
So, this is what's been going on with you all along? I see.
But I don't think I'll have to go anymore for a while after today.
Is that because she's going to stay at the hospital?
Right, exactly.
But surely we're going to have to go out and visit her while she's there? Your dad's not very mobile anymore, so we're the only ones she can rely on. She's gonna want us to bring her all sorts of things like clothes and food and the like. And surely we do kinda have a duty to see to it she has everything she needs as her son and daughter-in-law.
Sure, but you don't have to do anything, babe. I'll take care of it all during the week.
You make time for anything during the week? You, who's constantly at work and does more overtime than a Japanese salaryman? How is that gonna work? I really don't mind helping out, you know. Surely things will be a lot easier on you that way. Besides, how are you gonna get away from the office during visiting hours?
I said it's fine, don't worry about it. My mom would hate the idea she was causing you a nuisance. You know how thoughtful and sensitive she is? I know you don't mind, but she'd feel bad about it regardless. I'll take care of everything.
Stanley, me and your mom have known each other for 2 years now. We're family. I'd really appreciate it if you didn't talk about me like we were strangers.
I'm sorry, maybe I didn't word it very skillfully, but the bottom line here is we don't want you to go out of your way. I can take care of this myself, and I want you to. Will you let me do that, babe? Mom said herself it's not a big deal, and she doesn't want everyone making a fuss over her.
But I can hardly just stand by and do nothing. Why can't me and you work as a team to help her with the things she can't do herself while she's cooped up in her hospital bed? Why can't we make the whole experience as pleasant as it can be for her?
Monica, I appreciate the sentiment, really, I do, but I want you to respect my mom's wishes. Can I ask you to do that? I'm sorry about the whole thing with the money. I wish I could have told you. But can you just pretend you don't know about any of this?
This is a lot to take in, and to be honest, I'm finding it really hard to go along with. I'm really worried about your mom, and how vague and ambiguous you're being about everything isn't helping. Can you at least come home and give me a little more detail in person?
More detail? I told you everything I know.
You know, like what's wrong with her, what's the name of the illness, the name of the hospital, just the basic stuff like that.
What difference would it make if you knew?
What difference would it make? Are you being serious right now? Surely it's for the best that I know these things in case anything happens. Why do I even need to explain that to you? I don't even...
How many times do I have to tell you my mom didn't want anyone knowing about this?
And I don't plan on telling her I know. It still wouldn't hurt to fill me in on the details. Why are you so intent on keeping me in the dark? I have no idea why you'd intentionally keep basic information from me like this.
Because if I did, I have no guarantee that you wouldn't go off running your mouth to her without thinking. I know how much you worry, Monica, and I can't risk it.
Are you being serious? How can you have the gall to say that after you emptied almost our entire savings account behind my back? I have a right to ask.
Fine, I'll tell you later. Happy now? I'm too busy at the minute. I have to go. Bye. Hey, Monica, I'm sorry to message you while you're at work, but just can't wait. I have something very important to discuss with you.
Something very important? Like what?
I had to leave the company.
Whoa. Whoa. What the hell? Why?
I'm so sorry.
Why did you have to leave?
My boss made the mother of all screw-ups, and instead of accepting responsibility and potentially losing his job, he blamed it all on me.
What the? Why should you have to leave your job over his mistake? That's not fair. Surely you're gonna fight it. You can't just take this lying down, Stanley. You've been at this company for years.
I know it's not fair, babe, but I was in no position to fight him.
No position to fight him? Oh, do you mean... of course, I understand.
I'm so sorry, Monica. I mean it. I help out around the house until I find something else. I won't be a burden, I promise. I'll do my best to find something else ASAP. Of course I will.
It's fine. You don't have to do that.
Well, what do you mean? Sure, this won't exactly put us in dire straits, and we'll still be able to stay afloat for a while thanks to you working and bringing in money yourself. But the idea of letting my wife provide for me while I stay at home cleaning the house and doing the laundry? Yep, as a husband and as a man, I can't stomach that.
I mean, it's fine. You don't have to do that because we're getting a divorce. You can do whatever you like now.
What? Hang on, is my phone bugging out? Divorce?
Yes, divorce.
Why would we get a divorce? Are you joking? Is this some kind of prank? How can you just bring divorce on me after I just lost my job? Have you no heart? Not only that, but my mom's sick in a hospital bed, about to have life-changing surgery.
Shut your lying mouth before I lose it. I want you to get your belongings together and get the hell out of this house as soon as you get off work.
Wait, no, why? Lying? I know what you mean. At least give me a reason. Are you seriously gonna toss me aside like a piece of trash when I'm in the most desperate situation of my life? Are you gonna abandon me by the wayside despite me needing you now more than ever? How am I gonna find a place to live when I can't even afford rent? I'm unemployed, for crying out loud.
I have no interest in continuing this conversation. I'm going back to work.
No, Monica, let's talk about this when I come home. We can do that, can't we? We can solve our problems like mature, responsible adults, right? Surely we don't have to jump straight to divorce. Anyway, I don't consent to it. I don't, and I won't. Monica, what are you planning on going through with this divorce? Please come back.
Did I not make it abundantly clear that you were only to contact me once you'd made the preparations for the divorce? I'm busy looking for somewhere else to live. I don't need to hear your crap. I'm staying in a cheap, run-down motel right now.
There's a perfectly warm, comfortable, clean, livable house waiting for you right here. Why don't you just come home and talk to me? You won't listen to a word I say. How the hell could you divorce me the moment you found out I lost my job? I feel like I barely recognize you anymore. Do I have no use to you now? I'm not making money anymore, is that it? That all I was to you, a walking wallet? You're so cold and heartless. Do you think this is what my sick mother needs to hear while she's cooped up in a hospital bed?
Are you still harping on about that bull? Give me a break. Do you seriously think I don't know anything?
Huh? You know about what?
Did nothing come to mind when I told you I wanted a divorce? You must think I'm a moron.
I don't think that about you, and I have no idea why you're doing this. I just want the old Monica back, believe me. I've wrapped my brains trying to figure out why this is happening, but I draw blanks every time.
It's actually scary how effortless lying is for you. You should be a politician. I know you cheated on me.
What? I didn't know such thing. Why would you think I cheated on you? What are you even basing that on?
The $20,000 you said was for your mom's hospital bills? It was compensation, wasn't it?
What are you talking about?
I know everything. You know the day you withdrew $20,000 from our joint savings account? You know, the day before I noticed? I got a picture from your mom of her on holiday in Hawaii with your dad.
You did?
Far from being cooped up sick in a hospital bed, she was having the time of her life in the sun. Much like how you ignore my messages for days on end, your mom told me how you also never reply to her. Well, guess what? Me and her have been in regular contact for the last year. It started out as her checking up on us because getting anything out of you was like drawing blood from a stone. But eventually we grew closer, and now we're good friends.
Wait, you are? Did she really message you the day I withdrew the money?
Yes, she really did. Which means I know you were lying about her being sick and having to go to the hospital. Why would you drive all the way to your parents' house when they were in Hawaii? I knew something fishy was going on as soon as you told me, which is why I messaged her immediately. She told me straight away she wasn't sick and was actually doing great.
No, you've got this all wrong. Like I told you, my mom didn't want you to know she was ill. She's in a real bad way. She's just hiding it. The truth is, my mom's lying to you.
The only liar here is you. I told your mom I planned on blocking you and only speaking to you through my lawyer from now on. To my surprise, she said she wanted to tag along so she could be there while we hashed things out. You really are a grade A moron.
Okay, fine, you got me. I'm sorry I lied about my mom's illness.
Wow, I'm surprised you're actually admitting it.
But I really did have to lend out the money.
To who?
My friend.
Who's your friend?
You don't know him.
I don't have to know them. Tell me their name. And give me their phone number while you're at it. I want to check whether you're telling the truth.
No, you can't do that. They're busy. You'd be bugging them. They really are sick and in hospital.
Interesting. So they're sick and in the hospital, but too busy to take a quick phone call? Let me get this straight. You're telling me you lent this mystery friend of yours $20,000 of our money. And I'm not even allowed to know who they are or call them to find out whether you're telling the truth? Have you even stopped to consider how ridiculous this is? You just admitted you lied about your mom being sick. Would you trust you if you were me?
Fine, I'll tell you. Later on, I promise I will.
And when is later on? What difference would waiting make? My mind's already made up on the divorce, and that's not gonna change. I hoped at least you'd give me some kind of indication you're willing to separate on good terms. I hoped all the time we spent together was at least worth that to you. But it seems you're hell-bent on lying through your teeth to the very end.
I just freaking said I'll tell you later, didn't I?
Forget it. Did you run out of lies? Need more time to come up with a fresh, steamy pile of bullcrap, is that it? I'm not interested in hearing any of it. I know you found the name of the illness in the hospital your mom were supposedly staying at on the internet. I saw your search history. And the $20,000 you took from our savings account without my permission was compensation you had to pay your boss, wasn't it? I know all about your affair with his wife. I know all about you getting her pregnant. I know all about him walking in on you going at it like rabbits in their bed. And I know all about him taking you to court.
Oh, geez, how did you find out about all that?
I knew you were up to no good because of how suspicious you were acting. So I messaged the wife of one of your coworkers.
Monica, I'm so sorry.
Don't Monica me, you vile dirtbag. Does that mean you admit it then? Am I finally getting some honesty out of you? Jesus, Stanley, how long did that take? You've done nothing but lie to me up until now. Is there a single woman on this planet who'd want to stay with a lying scumbag like you after everything you've done?
You've got this all wrong. It's not like you're saying it all. I was a victim in all this too, just like the boss. His wife seduced me. I tried to resist, but she was so damn persistent. She lured me in with her wiles, and before I knew it, I was in her clutches. She had me wrapped up around her little finger. I never intended for it to turn out that way. Things just got out of hand.
Even if that were true, don't you see how you're in the wrong at the point a judge orders you to pay your boss $20,000? Don't you see how you're in the wrong at the point you get fired from your job for misconduct? That's not the only reason they fired you either, is it? It was just the straw that broke the camel's back. That's right, I know about how you were embezzling company money to fund trips to fancy restaurants and days out with your lover. What the hell are you playing at, Stanley? You make me sick. I'm disgusted at myself for ever seeing anything in you.
Please don't say things like that, Monica. I'm truly, truly sorry from the bottom of my heart. I've never been more sorry about anything in my life. The only reason I lied was to protect you. I couldn't bear the thought of you getting hurt. You're the only woman I love, Monica. I lied to protect you, I swear. After I did what I did, I felt like I had no choice. Surely you're not gonna give up on us over this, are you? You're my honey bunny, and I'm your treacle pie, remember?
Don't honey bunny me ever again, you lying rat. You didn't lie to protect me, you lied to protect yourself. Do you remember what you said to me back when I left the house? You said I was heartless. You called me every name under the sun and condemned me to oblivion for having the nerve to be sick and tired of your lies. Which part of that was trying to protect me? You said you couldn't bear the thought of me getting hurt, but you did everything in your power to make sure I did.
Look, I accept I said a few things I shouldn't have when things got heated back then, but that was only because I was so desperate not to lose you.
The only reason you didn't want to lose me was because of my money. You owed your boss a freakish amount of compensation, had no savings left, and had just lost your job. All I was a bank account to you. You knew that if I divorced you, you'd have to pay me alimony, and you'd no longer have any access to my salary. You're a ruthless, scheming liar. You're right, one of us is heartless, but I can assure you it's not me.
Monica, please, I'm sorry. I swear I'll never cheat on you again. Please forgive me, please. Please, I'm begging you.
I doubt I'll ever be able to forgive you. Maybe things could have been different if you hadn't lied through your teeth about everything from start to finish. Instead of accepting fault for your misdeeds, you chose to scheme, cheat, and deceive. I'm so sick and tired of you. I'm pretty much speechless. My level of trust for you is precisely 0. Nothing you could possibly say to me could make a difference. It's too little, too late.
I'm human, babe. We all make mistakes. Sure, I might have gotten carried away and cheated on you with the boss's wife against my better judgment, but now that I've thought about it, I understand just how awful and wrong of me that was. I feel nothing but regret.
What are you pleading with me for? You should be more concerned about the fact that you lack the basic human decency to realize how despicable your actions were at the time. Not only that, but you desperately tried to palm off the blame onto everyone but yourself, including me. You betrayed me. You lied to me. And you hurt me more than I've ever been hurt before. When I said I was divorcing you, instead of doing the right thing by coming clean and apologizing, you doubled down on the lies and actually tried to paint me as the villain. I'd have to be insane to even consider giving a dirtbag like you a second chance.
I'm so sorry. Please, please forgive me. I'm begging you.
It's too late for apologies. Oh, and I hope you know you'll be paying back every cent you stole from me to pay for the compensation you owed your boss.
What? I don't have that kind of money. In fact, I don't have any money at all.
You better start looking for a good loan shark then. The bottom line is that that's not my problem. Ask your lawyer what he thinks the best way to get yourself out of the 10-mile deep hole you dug yourself in is. We'll be meeting soon to talk things over with our lawyers, so you can ask him then.
I'm begging you, Monica, I'll be lost without you. I'll have nothing. Please don't abandon me like this. Who was the one who was always there to support me when times were tough? Who was the one who was always there with a kind word and an ear for my troubles when life got the better of me? It was you, Monica. It was always you.
I may be kind, but I'm not a fool. You tried to take me for one, and now you're paying the price. You only have yourself to blame. You'll never see that side of me again, because you made me this way. After that, me, Stanley, his mom, and both of our lawyers all got together to discuss the divorce. At first, Stanley was adamant he wouldn't agree to do the divorce, but after being given the dressing down of his life by his mom in front of everyone, he backed down, limp and defeated. After the terms of the divorce were settled on thanks to my mom-in-law's heroic efforts, things were finalized, and we separated once and for all. I received what was left in our savings account as compensation for the theft and the affair. As for the remainder of what he owed me, he had no choice but to go into debt and pay it back in monthly installments. My ex-husband did try to find a new job, but he didn't get a single response from any of the companies he applied for, despite being a capable worker with an impressive resume. I can only conclude that his revenge-hungry former boss must have used his connections in the industry to spread news of his ex-subordinate's misdeeds as far and as wide as he possibly could. What can I say? What goes around comes around. I hear he's looking for supermarket work now. In other news, his old boss divorced his adulterous wife immediately after he found out what she'd been up to. I heard through the grapevine that apparently his wife is now pressuring Stanley to marry her and be there for the baby. He wasn't interested in remarrying. I guess there must be a part of him deep down that feels guilty about what he did after all. Either that, or he's just desperate to escape from the responsibility of having to look after his kid. I'll let you guys be the judge on that one. I have no idea what'll happen to him from here on out. I gotta admit, things don't look great for him financially, and even finding somewhere to live is gonna be difficult, but I don't have any sympathy for him. He brought all of it on himself. Hopefully he finally starts behaving like an adult and takes responsibility for his actions. After the divorce, I found myself an apartment to live in, and I'm currently enjoying getting used to my newly single life. Well, I say getting used to, but with my husband never being around the house during the months leading up to the divorce, I'm basically already a pro. In that sense, not much has changed. One thing's for sure though, the feelings of stress, worry, anxiety, and despair that plagued me on a daily basis while we were married are now a thing of the past. I do wonder whether I'll be able to trust anyone again, but for the time being, I'm trying not to think about difficult things like that and focusing on treating myself with the patience, love, and care that I deserve. Let's face it, whatever happens, I'm bound to live a happier, more enjoyable, more fulfilling life than my debt-ridden rat of an ex-husband.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Why, hello there, big sister. I just wanted to message you about something. Is it true that you and Drew just got into a huge argument? You do realize that your wedding is tomorrow, right? It doesn't look good if a couple's arguing the night before. It's not great, actually. Georgia, how did you even know about that? That there was an argument? I wouldn't underestimate my knowledge on how I obtained this sort of information if I were you, okay? Besides, it's not a good sign if you're fighting the day before the wedding. Do you think everything will go as planned tomorrow? Will you two be all right? We only had a little disagreement. It's not a big deal, Georgia. There'll be no problems tomorrow, I can assure you of that. But are you really sure about that? But didn't you get so angry for something that wasn't necessary to get upset about? I suppose it's good that my big sister can work, but sometimes you're too strong-willed. Huh? Why do you think that? There are plenty of women that are like me at my company. I feel like I'm not that strong-willed. I'm just stating that there's not going to be a problem at my wedding tomorrow. It's my own opinion of the situation. Well, I guess when it comes to your company, it's quite special. So you're saying that the other women at your work are strong-willed too? I don't get why you were fighting with Drew in the first place. What's up with that? Especially at this time, it's a bit odd. Drew's the one at fault here. He lost the wedding ring that he just bought for me. What's more, he got drunk with his friends and didn't make it home afterwards. He slept on the street and somehow lost the ring in the process. Whoa, what? So that's what all the fuss was about? Because he lost the ring and you fought because of that? I mean, he just wanted to have a good night with his friends before his wedding day, right? I think some couples lose their wedding rings all the time. But we're supposed to be exchanging rings during the wedding ceremony tomorrow. I thought that things would want to have been done better than this. It's okay to not have everything according to plan, Riley. It's not like he lost it on purpose either. I think there's nothing for you to be angry about now. But this sort of thing has happened before. He's lost his phone and his wallet when he slept in the street before this incident. Don't you think it's dangerous that he doesn't manage to get home and sleeps on the street like a big drunk? So of course I was going to scold him for what he did. I wasn't going to let it fly. So after that huge disagreement you had, the only reason why you're so angry is because he lost a silly little wedding ring whilst having a great night out? Yes, that's right. Why are you saying that like it's a bad thing? To me, it sounds like you don't understand what men are like. Men are creatures with high self-esteem. You have to use a whip with them a little bit, but also give them candy to keep them pleased. So you're saying if you were in my position, you wouldn't be angry at Drew for what he did? Of course I wouldn't be angry. I'd forgive him for the mistake he made and not scold him about it. I'd just tell him to be more careful next time. I guess you could always ask him to buy a new ring so he's not in hot water with you. But don't you think that's a problem? Don't you get into a certain habit and keep repeating it? He keeps falling asleep in the streets on his way home from drinking, so isn't it obvious that similar things are going to happen over and over again? It'd be more difficult to be angry with him if it was some sort of an accident, but I then told him to stop drinking so much to the point he can't get home. What the heck, Riley? It's not about what's right, you know. You've got to realize that a man's more attracted to a woman who treats him kindly and to loosen the reins rather than one who's super strict. Take me, for example, okay? I've always been very popular with men, right? You've seen that. You say that you're popular, Georgia, but the relationships never last that long. You don't have to say that right now when I'm trying to explain something to you. You don't need to say things to get at me just because you're getting married first. It's a miracle that you are, considering you've not had a boyfriend in so many years. Well, I'm the older sister, so it would make some sense that I got married before you. I just find it so odd that someone like you was able to get such a catch like Drew. He's so handsome and likes to have fun. Well, you'll probably be able to get a better looking man than him anyways, since you've got such a cute, slender face and you pamper yourself quite well. And it also seems like you're very skilled at taking advantage of men. Am I right? Even though you're the one getting married tomorrow and saying all of this to me, I'm not going to take all this in sarcasm. It's not sarcasm, Georgia. Why would you even take it that way? Because that's what it sounded like to me. That's disgusting behavior from a woman who's about to get married. You look down at the relaxed man you're about to marry. It's ridiculous. Because of what's happened already, and we're not even officially married yet. You always say things in such a harsh way. And I don't think that way, especially when I have to deal with something. Especially that? Are you kidding me? I think I've given you some proper advice here. If you don't change your personality a little bit, Drew's just going to run off and be with someone else. Okay, whatever you say, Georgia. You don't have to badger me about it over and over again. But Drew understands my personality and he still wants to marry me. If he was going to run off, he would have done it by now, right? How am I supposed to know that, Riley? He may end up thinking that he doesn't want to marry such an intimidating woman after all. If that happens, then I suppose I can swoop in and take him off your hands. That's far from funny, Georgia. You can't just say that to me when I'm about to marry him. You like to mess with people's feelings, don't you? You like to take men away from their wives, right? You know I'm really bad at taking your criticism in, Riley. I can't help it if my friend's boyfriend starts liking me instead of them. You've been the one causing trouble between couples for a long time now, haven't you? I've also gotten into trouble because I'm related to you. Oh, okay. So it's always the woman's fault because she took away the man from his wife. Yeah, okay. Would you please just settle down and keep quiet about things tomorrow? Please don't mess up anybody's relationship at my own wedding. Don't ruin happy marriages or take someone's boyfriend, okay? Okay, fine. I'll keep a low profile just for you, big sister. I hope that you and Drew rest well tonight. It's going to be a fun day tomorrow. I'm looking forward to all of the festivities. Oh, good morning, my big sister. Isn't it just such a beautiful morning? Oh, good morning, Georgia. You're very energetic this morning, aren't you? What's going on with you, dear sister? I'm just feeling so excited that it feels like I've run away with someone's man. How could you even feel like that right now? When I woke up this morning, I found that Drew was gone. And there's a strange note that was left on the table. Oh, there's a note? What does it say on it? It says that he's never coming back here. What the heck is going on? I don't understand this. Oh my God, that's terrible, Riley. That's so terrible that he'd run away from you on your own wedding day. So Drew really is never intending on coming back to you. What a shame. Did you talk with Drew recently about anything? What do you mean by that? What could I have possibly said to him? If you must know, Drew ran off to my place. Huh? What did you just say? You're telling me that you're with Drew right now? Are you being serious, Georgia? Isn't that what I just more or less said to you? He was able to escape at this present time from you. It really turned out like I said it would. I don't understand. Why would Drew go over to your place for if he truly wanted to run away from all of this? Oh, I can't believe this. You've been up to no good once again, haven't you? I guess I should say I'm sorry to you. My dear big sister, you really need to learn how men work. Don't you see? Drew prefers to be with me over you. He's so relieved that he was able to escape your grasp so he can be together with me. Did you seriously just say that to me? On my wedding day? Tell him to get back over here immediately so I can talk to him. Oh, Riley, that's a bit impossible right now. He told me that he's never ever returning to that terrible place of yours to be with you. What are you going to do about today's ceremony, huh? Are you just going to show up there all alone at the end of the aisle? I can't believe you're both doing this to me. When it comes to Drew, are you just sulking because you got angry at how I handled the situation yesterday? What's happening is too much. Do you even realize what you're doing and how bad it is? Well, I suppose I got angry very easily once again. Because you made me angry. That'll be why Drew abandoned you. Don't you see that it would be weird to not get angry over something like losing a wedding ring? Don't you get that my wedding's supposed to start in a few hours? Maybe we should still throw a wedding with just you waiting for no one. The bride's the only one that everyone makes a big deal of about being dressed all in white. You're really enjoying all this unfold, aren't you? What the heck did you say to Drew? I don't get why Drew would go over to you for anything. He hardly knows you. I just gave him some really helpful advice. I told him you're too strong-willed and have a lot to say about anything and everything, so he'll eventually be treated like a slave. I just told him, if you get married to my sister, you'll lose your freedom, so be careful about that. Are you kidding me? What the crap, Georgia? I was simply giving him advice as his future sister-in-law, okay? But no sister-in-law should say something like that to a groom before he gets married. You've put so many bad things into his head. I find it so strange that Drew would just take your word for it. But isn't that how it should be? I'm pretty sure that the love he had for you was only to a certain extent. Shouldn't you be glad that this has all been figured out before the wedding so that you don't have to waste your time and energy? Because of this happening, it's ruined my wedding day. I'm supposed to be marrying the love of my life. There are guests who are arriving ahead of us, and there's guests who are coming from far away and have probably left home to get there in time. Everyone's coming according to our plan, and if we have to cancel it, it's going to be a nuisance for everyone involved. Then why don't you just come and pick us up? I can always convince Drew to go to the wedding, right? It's almost time for the ceremony to start, right? Aren't you coming to pick me up? What are you going to do about today's ceremony if you don't pick me up? Huh? I've got no clue what you're talking about. I've plotted my revenge, and there's nothing you can do about it. I did all that I can do with the power I've got. All that's left to do is wait for you both to perish into thin air. What the heck are you talking about, Riley? Is this some kind of a joke? What about this wedding that's happening today? Just get over here and pick us up so that you can have the day that you've always wanted. You do realize that I've canceled the wedding now, right? You really canceled the wedding? You told me that's not what you wanted. What a real shame for the guests that have traveled far and wide. Yeah, it was quite difficult trying to get in contact with everyone to tell them. I managed to do it with a little assistance from all of the family members. Huh? What help from the family members? Why would they help you? I also asked one of our relatives who was going to the venue ahead of me to contact the guests. I apologized to all the guests, but I said it would be a waste of time for them coming when there's no groom. I just made sure to explain to them what truly happened to make me cancel the wedding, that it was both your faults. Excuse me? You're going to blame me for this? But it's not that bad, though. I was just trying to save you from a failed marriage. Both you and Drew were having problems before you were even married, so you had no chance of being a successful couple anyways. And you were the one who seduced another woman's man and took him away from her. I'm sorry, Georgia, but that's what I explained to all the guests who were supposed to be celebrating Drew and I. I tried to explain the same thing to Drew's boss and his work colleagues who were supposed to come today. I'm the innocent one here, as I got caught up in you and Drew's stupid little quarrels. Besides, since I was going to divorce him, or whatever you do when you break up, I can just give him to you. I also canceled my honeymoon that was supposed to be next week. I'll just bill you the fees since it's your fault that everything got canceled. What? Are you kidding me, Riley? You can't just do that. What did I ever do to you? You're the one who's canceling everything, so you pay for it. But you caused the problem in the first place, remember? Both sets of parents agree with me about this. Don't expect our mom and dad to fork out the money for you to pay back what you made me cancel. They seriously agreed to this? Mom and dad seriously forgave you for canceling all of the events? Yes, and this time even Grandma and Grandpa were on my side about it. You really did it this time, Georgia. Messing up my wedding was the straw that broke the camel's back. Why would you go and say all these things to them when it's simply not true or necessary? Why aren't you protecting me and standing up for your family? I saved you from wasting your time, and this is how you repay me? You obviously paid no attention to when our parents and grandparents used to scold you, and it was many times that they did. What kind of upbringing did you have that you turned out so cruel, Georgia? You'll take all the responsibility for paying back what I had to cancel because of you taking Drew away from me. Okay, now let's just hold on a minute, please. This is so unfair. How much would it even be? For the wedding ceremony, it would be about $40,000, and the honeymoon would be about $12,000. Yeah, that seems about right, don't you think? Are you kidding me? You've got to be lying to me right now. Who spends that much on a wedding and a honeymoon? Don't you think that's too expensive? Why would you go to all that trouble for a wedding and a honeymoon? Well, I was really looking forward to going to the Bahamas and relaxing, so we spent a little bit more money. I paid for a lot of it out of my own pocket, but I'm going to make you both repay me for what you've done. What? You paid for most of it yourself? You didn't get any help? Well, my salary's a lot better than Drew's salary, and I also had more in my savings account than he did. I actually can't believe that. I thought Drew was cool and actually good with his money. Well, if you think that, then I'll just hand Drew over to you. You can have him since you can manipulate him so easily. You told Drew your advice because you wanted to get anything and everything out of him, right? I don't really want what he's got if he's got nothing to show me. Oh, come on, are you really going to be like this now, Georgia? Isn't it good to put similar people together? How are Drew and I similar? I don't think we are at all. Because both of you seem to be really good at making my life just a little bit more difficult and miserable. Because of this, you realize that no one's going to trust you with any information or want to be friendly with you, right? But there's no way that I can pay all that money to you. Don't you know that I'm unemployed? You know that's okay. Even people who are unemployed can start working and pay back what they owe. And since you'll be splitting the amount you're going to pay with Drew, it would be about $27,000 you owe. Neither of us will be able to pay that back. It's frankly impossible to do that. Can you just go ahead and tell Drew that he owes me that much? Don't you realize the commotion you've caused since he was planning to run away to you? You're both at fault. If you want the situation to at least calm down a little bit, why don't you just come over and apologize for what you did? You're the one who kicked Drew out and let him come over to me. You're not blameless in this. This has got nothing to do with me, especially since you were both fighting with each other the day before your wedding. How the heck am I supposed to pay such an extreme amount of money to you? No way will I do that. Georgia, are you still at the house? Even though Drew left my place, he still ran off to yours, right? Would you seriously just leave me out of your mess? It's got nothing to do with me. If you're not careful, Georgia, you'll end up in the same situation as Drew. What are you talking about? What happened to Drew? I guess he got a really bad beating from his parents for what he did to me. He finally understood what he's actually done and is facing the consequences of his actions. Maybe our parents should do the same to you, yes? Are you kidding me? Did they actually hurt him? Mom and Dad would never do that to me. Well, as you should expect, Mom and Dad are really disappointed in what you did to me. You should be afraid of them, especially when they've got such piercing eyes to stare at you with. Why would they be that angry at me for something so small? Because you wasted my time and effort I put into my wedding to Drew. You owe me that money. Pay me back or things are going to get worse for you. But I hardly did anything to you. I saved you from a miserable marriage. Don't you see that? You were just jealous of me having something that you've been struggling to get. Okay, I'm sorry, all right? I really didn't mean it. I just wanted to make you a little bit miserable for a while. Please, just don't make me pay that money. It'll take me forever, and I just think it's an impossible amount. Well, you should have thought of that before you ruined everything. It's too late for apologies, and you'll pay me that money whether you like it or not. Otherwise, you'll feel the wrath of our parents. You'll never be able to do anything like this ever again to other people. I think you've got such a twisted personality that it gives you such a rush to ruin people's lives and plans. You're going to pay for this, and that's final. Later that day, both families met with each other. The atmosphere was tense, and I couldn't stand it. My granddad ordered my parents to never support Georgia again, especially when it comes to repaying me back. She's got to find it on her own. On the other hand, Drew realized his mistake. He started forcing me to get back together with him, that he made a mistake and wanted to redo the wedding. I had no intention of doing that and politely declined his offer. His parents were furious about the whole thing and were beating him up again. I couldn't help but feel sorry for his parents for being embarrassed by what he did. They're embarrassed to have a son who's such a failure. Georgia went pale and was afraid she would be beaten up as well. She'll never make fun of me again. If you do something like that, karma comes back to you.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Hey, Francine, I'm really sorry. I hate to go on a business trip so soon after the wedding. The first day finally ended. Man, that was a long one.
Hey, honey, it's okay. I admire how hard you work. Work is work. It can't be helped, right? I'll be going to South Korea on business with work myself soon, so it's not like I can say anything.
Sorry to leave you all alone with my mom all of a sudden like this. It's not awkward, is it? Is she doing anything weird?
Why are you apologizing, LOL? Everything's fine, really. Your mom's really kind.
It is? Okay, I'm happy to hear it. What did you do today?
Well, I had to meet someone for work. Then your mom asked me to make a dog kennel. So I went and bought a load of wood planks and building materials at Home Center.
What, a dog kennel? Was my mom planning on getting a dog?
To be honest, I don't really know. I did ask her if she was gonna buy a dog, but she just told me it's a secret and got all evasive. Your mom can be surprisingly playful sometimes, LOL.
That's weird. Did my mom like dogs? I don't remember ever seeing her with one. But I do remember one time when I was a kid, I brought a little stray puppy home and she absolutely flipped out at me. She wouldn't let me keep it.
Maybe she's a little lonely now, what with your dad not being around and all.
I wonder, could it be that? I am pleased though. I've always wanted a dog.
I'm pleased too. It's nice to be able to help your mom out with things. DIY always was my forte. Just you wait, I'm gonna make the best dog kennel there ever was.
I can't wait to see it. Good luck. I have one more thing to look forward to when I get back now.
Don't worry, if she gets the dog before you get home from your trip, I'll send you tons of photos.
Please do. I'm really curious to see what kind of dog she gets. I'm heading for lunch with some coworkers now, so catch you later.
Okay, honey. I'm gonna jump in the tub, then get ready for bed. Nighty-night. Linus, are you working right now? Please, will you reply when you get this? And please, I really need you to come home ASAP.
Francine, I'm really sorry. I just saw your messages. I was in a 3-hour business meeting. What happened? Are you okay?
Linus, your mom locked me out of the house.
Huh? My mom did that? She locked you out of the house? But why?
I have no idea why, but I suddenly started feeling sleepy while I was having a coffee with her. I don't remember anything else until, when I came around, I was outside. She came by with a gang of the neighbors to laugh at me just now. She said she has to instill some discipline in me because I'm a useless wife.
Discipline? What does that even mean? Where are you right now?
I'm in a kennel on a leash.
What the fuck? Sorry, but I'm not sure I understand. You're in a what? Is my phone bugging out?
I don't understand either, Linus. I don't understand at all. If I talk on the phone, your mom might hear and come back out.
Do you mean you're on a leash? Like it's around your neck? Inside a dog kennel?
Yes. Well, to be specific, I'm just outside the kennel. Why is this happening? I'm so confused. If I had to guess based on how things went down, I'd say she most likely carried me out here and attached it while I was asleep. Luckily, I had my phone in my pocket so I could still contact you. But wait, that's not even the worst bit. She brought me out a bowl of dog food for supper after her and the neighbors got done laughing at me. This whole situation is so disgusting. I wouldn't mind so much if people couldn't see me, but this is just too much.
You wouldn't mind? No, this is unacceptable! You're in a kennel on a leash, Francine!
Does your mom think I'm a dog?
Why the hell would she think that? Just to make sure, when you say you're in a kennel on a leash, does that mean you're stuck and you can't escape?
Yeah, she locked the leash to the kennel with a padlock. But don't worry, I messaged one of my friends and they're gonna sneak into the yard real soon. The bit around my neck is made of leather, so she's bringing some scissors to cut it off with.
I see. Sorry, babe, I'm really panicking here. I'm coming home as quickly as I can.
I'm so sorry to mess up your business trip, Linus. Thank you.
I'm the one who should be saying sorry. I really mean it, Francine. This would never have happened if I didn't suggest you live with my mom while I was away. I'll do anything. Please forgive me.
I mean, I only have myself to blame. You made it very clear your mom subjected your past girlfriends to all kinds of crazy harassment. You told me that, and I ignored your warnings. If I just accepted what you told me, this would have never happened. So it's me who should be apologizing. I stubbornly agreed to live with her in spite of knowing her past. I felt super bad for her after losing your dad. I just thought it would be nice for her to have some company.
It's okay, babe. Just leave the rest to me now, okay? If my mom comes back outside before your friend gets there to rescue you, just play dumb.
Got it. I never would have imagined something like this would have happened in a million years. In a certain sense, it's a valuable experience.
All I can do is apologize. I'm so sorry for all this.
Hang on, I should take a selfie. I probably won't get another chance like this.
Huh? Well, I guess that's true.
Done it. I'll show you when you get back. Be careful. Fly safe.
Linus, this is bad. Francine disappeared. Linus, are you there? I can see you read my messages. Reply.
What?
Not what? Is that any way to talk to your mother? Francine's gone. When I woke up this morning, she was nowhere to be found.
Mom, what the hell did you do?
What did I do? I I didn't do anything. If I had to guess what you were talking about, maybe I did play a little joke on her that could be interpreted as having been a tiny bit mean.
A tiny bit mean?
Hear me out. Have you noticed how that girl's always smiling to herself absent-mindedly? Or how she sits like a sloth watching TV when there's very clearly housework to be done? Well, that's just not good enough for the wife of any son of mine, which is why I decided to instill some discipline into her. You should have seen her. She was really quite the sight. Me, the neighbors were in stitches. My stomach still hurts. I wanted to show you too, Linus. It's a shame you were away on business. Oh, you heard, did you? Well, that's just great. Wait, what? How the devil was she able to get in touch with you?
She has a phone, you know. All she had to do was message me. More importantly, I need you to tell me why the hell you would do something like that. Do you know how upset she is? Seriously, Mom, stop screwing around. This is no joke.
Like I told you, that girl needs to learn some discipline.
Why do you constantly interfere in my life like this, Mom? All the way back to when I was a kid, to my very first girlfriend. Remember the time you gave her a box of bugs for her birthday? Do ya? Because I do. Then there was the time when my girlfriend from college came over and you did nothing but mock her relentlessly because she grew up without a dad. In spite of all that, Francine was still kind enough to give living with you a shot because she wanted to keep you company. She was being kind to you, and this is how you repay her? And you know what? She did that in spite of my warnings. I told her living with you was a bad idea, and she ignored me because she didn't want you to be lonely. You trample on the good of others without even a hint of shame or remorse. Why are you like this?
Linus! I see Francine's got you wrapped around her little finger. She's poisoned you and turned you against me, has she?
Poisoned? She's done nothing of the sort. In fact, she probably has more patience for you than I do. Or at least she did. The only one who's poisoned here is you.
I had no choice. That girl is so slovenly that someone just had to teach her some manners. It was for her own good. First of all, what the hell is this job she does? Stylist? Pfft, I've never heard something so ridiculous. Can you think of anything more useless? A job for degenerates and delinquents if I've ever heard one. A woman's place is in the house. What good is she as a wife if she doesn't devote herself entirely to you and the housework?
I already told you she's in the process of quitting at the salon so she can spend more time at home. Do you ever listen to me?
And that's not the only thing. There's a good, legitimate reason for me deciding to discipline her.
What's that? Do tell me, this should be good.
Believe me, Linus, I know something that's going to shock you. A sordid secret of the most outrageous kind.
Francine has a secret?
I really didn't want to have to tell you this, but your wife is cheating on you.
Like hell she is. Francine's the last person in the world who would do something like that.
It's the God's honest truth. I've spoken to all of the neighbors at length about this, and we're all in agreement. There's no doubt about it. She's two-timing you, son. How are we so sure, you ask? Well, sometimes when you're out at work, she leaves the house for long periods of time with all these bags. On top of that, there's this guy who pulls up down the street. She gets in, and they drive off together. Plain as day for all to see. Then later on, he drops her off again. All of the neighbors have seen them. Brenda, Mavis, Dorothy, they all know. Everyone knows what your wife's up to except you, Linus.
So what? What does any of this prove?
I was so perplexed about what might be in the bag she's taking with her that I snuck in a look while she went to the bathroom one time. Because my instincts are as sharp as they come, and I just knew there'd be some kind of proof in there. And lo and behold, when I did, they were full of PVC leather clothes. There were more belts than I could even count. In short, they were full of things that normal, right-minded people would have absolutely no use for and really probably be disgusted by. I was so shocked, I almost fainted to think I'd been living under the same roof as a woman with such tastes. She puts on those clothes and uses those awful tools on her lover while you're away at work. I'm sure of it.
I see.
I'm just trying to save you from her wicked clutches, Linus. Can't you see? Everything I do is for you, son. Always. Which is why I'm certain the reason she disappeared today while you were away on business is so she and her pervert lover could run away and be together for good.
Because this guy you're so convinced is her pervert lover is the idol you're obsessed with.
I'm sorry? Excuse me?
The guy you and all the other old women from the neighborhood have been completely obsessed with lately. The guy she goes out with is Jay Woo, the K-pop idol. You know, the one who makes cameos in all your favorite dramas. Francine used to be a stylist.
What? What? Francine was Jay Woo's stylist?
That's right. He's been touring the US for a while now, right? Well, he hired Francine when he first came over because of her extensive experience in the industry, and she managed him for years. Even despite her having mostly retired now to be a stay-at-home housewife, he still offers her work every now and then. And the pay is so good, she'd be stupid to say no.
Are you saying your wife is meeting up with the Jay Woo?
Yes, that's what I'm saying, because it's her job.
Can I meet him too?
I knew that was coming. This is exactly why we didn't tell you. Because it's you, I knew that not only would you pester her to meet him, but you'd also go bragging about it to the neighbors and bugging Francine about meets, pictures, autographs. I knew we'd never hear the end of it. So I decided it was best we didn't tell you. The clothing and belts you found while you were snooping through my wife's things were costumes for the music video to his latest song, You're the Apple to My Pie.
Oh my god, what? His latest song? This can't be? You're lying! You're lying, you're lying, you're lying! Jay Woo's gonna wear that?
Which is why Francine is doing nothing wrong and has absolutely nothing to feel guilty about. This is her job, and I respect her for how hard she works. So I suggest you drop this absurd, hurtful misunderstanding and correct the neighbors about the lies you've told them while you're at it.
Fine, leave it to me. But still, you can't blame me for asking. If Francine and Jay Woo are so close, then wouldn't it be unreasonable to think she could pull some strings and arrange for me to get a ticket to his next concert, right?
I'm sure she could, if she wanted to. He goes out of his way to hire her despite the fact she's a full-time housewife now after all. It's pretty clear how much he trusts her.
I think I owe Francine an apology.
Yes, clearly you do. But now that I think about it, I doubt you'll ever get the chance. She has no intention of going back to your house after this.
Excuse me?
What do you mean, excuse me? Can you actually say you're surprised? Who in their right mind would want to go back to a house where all the neighbors saw them kenneled up like a dog and think they're cheating on their husband? Let's say, just for argument's sake, that she did want to go back. It still wouldn't be happening, because I won't allow it. You'll never see her again.
Come on, Linus! This all came about through some silly misunderstanding. Can't we just let bygones be bygones?
You think you get a get-out-of-jail-free card because you made a misunderstanding? You think you get to do whatever the hell you want because you made a misunderstanding? You have so little concept of right and wrong that you're actually dangerous. I'm ashamed to say I'm your son.
Come on, Linus, don't be so stubborn. I'm sorry for everything I did, really. I am. I'll do anything. Would you have me on my knees begging for forgiveness? Please, just bring Francine along and let's all live together happily again. I'll devote myself to mending fences with her. I'll make up for everything. A few months from now, we'll all have forgotten about this, and me and her will be best friends.
You think my wife would be best friends with someone who leashed her up in a kennel and fed her dog food? You're only saying this because you want to use her to get to Jay Woo. I can read you like a book. You're so transparent, it's actually creepy. Oh yeah, I'm selling the house too.
What on earth are you thinking?
I'm pretty sure I should be the one asking you that.
This is too sudden. It's not fair of you to spring this on me now.
I decided yesterday, so I guess you could say it is pretty sudden.
Please, wait! Think this through! I'll have nowhere to live if you sell the house. Would you have me out on the streets? Your own mother?
What are you talking about? Don't you have a new house?
Huh?
Don't worry, I'm not taking that. It's all yours. The kennel.
My mother-in-law immediately sent me a groveling apology message. If I'd have known it would come to this, I might have told her about the situation with Jae-woo from an earlier stage to avoid the hassle. But I know that if I did, the pestering for meets, autographs, pictures, and concert invites would have been endless. Just as we expected, after all this went down, she immediately went around the neighborhood bragging that her daughter-in-law was Jae-woo's stylist. However, all the old women from the neighborhood she'd been gossiping to apologized to me with their heads hung in shame, which made me think they possessed a little more decency than my mother-in-law. But I quickly realized I was wrong when they immediately started begging me for tickets to Jae-woo's concerts the moment they thought they were forgiven. I was deeply disappointed when I was forced to accept that they were all, my mother-in-law included, beyond saving. That said, I did make it clear that my mother-in-law had been lying to them all about me. I heard that she got treated like a pariah ever since, and now she's all alone with no one to badmouth others or gossip with. How tragic. After that, I hired a moving company to take all my belongings from the house. Linus was there to watch over things and make sure his mom didn't make any desperate last-ditch attempts at revenge. But far from it. Actually, all she did was curl up in the fetal position in the corner, crying her eyes out. Naturally, we told the moving company to see to it that all her belongings were left in front of the dog kennel in the yard. In the end, our attempt at living together ended in failure. But even so, I'm super happy we were able to give her the kennel as one final goodbye present. By the way, I still have the selfie I took of myself in the leash on my phone. The whole story was so ridiculous, it even makes me laugh now, years on. Now that it's all behind us, in a weird way, I'm actually pleased it happened. It's a great memory in all sorts of ways.
Sarah, why weren't you at school today? Is it because we had a math test?
No, that's not why. I wouldn't skip school for that. I got a lot on right now. You know, family stuff.
But your older sister is at school today, so why not you? Your mom always drops her off. Lucky her, I always have to walk.
My sister is different. She's cuter than me, too. So she's special.
What does that mean? Does being cute have something to do with this?
Yeah, it does. People always treat you better if you're cute. But anyway, then, remember what we were told at school? That it's not good to ask too many questions about other people's private lives.
Did the teacher say that? I don't remember. But we've been friends for such a long time. It's not like we're strangers, so it's fine, right?
I'm telling you that it's not fine.
Anyway, forget about that. Just come to school tomorrow, okay? Let's play dodgeball during lunch.
No way! I don't like playing that with you. You always throw the ball too hard.
I'll throw it gently this time. How about that? School's so boring when you're not around.
Hey, Ben. Sorry to change the subject, but when we were in kindergarten together, you said that once we grow up, you would marry me. Do you remember that?
Really? Did I say that?
Whatever. Let's just drop it.
Just kidding. I know I said that. I didn't just say it, I made a promise.
Do you really remember?
Yeah, I do.
What about now? Will you still marry me when we grow up?
Yeah, I will.
Do you promise?
I promise. So make sure you come to school tomorrow. We have an English test tomorrow, don't miss it.
I won't miss it. It's not like I'm skipping school on purpose here.
Alright, then I'll see you tomorrow. There's something good for lunch tomorrow, too, but you'll have to come find out what.
Oh, come on. Okay, I got it.
I'll see you tomorrow. Hey, pick up! I just heard from the teacher. What do you mean you're changing schools? You told me you were coming to school today. Are you lying? I don't believe this. I heard from my mom that your parents are getting a divorce. But why do you have to go with your mom? Why don't you stay here with your dad? You love him, right? Why are you ignoring me? Please reply. We'll still be able to meet though, won't we? Come around and play whenever you want. If you're not around, I can't keep my promise to marry you. I'll always be waiting, okay? I'll be waiting for you to come back, Sarah.
Hey, Ben! Do you remember me? It's Wendy.
Wendy? Sorry, I'm not sure I remember.
Wendy Guilford? Well, that's not my name anymore since Mom remarried, but you know, we went to the same elementary school. Our houses were super close by, too.
Hold up a second, are you Sarah's older sister?
Yep, that's the one.
Wow, it's been a while. Did something happen? I mean, why message me out of nowhere like this? And actually, how do you even know my number?
You see, I recently moved back to town, and I randomly saw you on the street not too long ago and recognized you. I asked a bunch of friends from back in the day if any of them had your number, and I finally got it. You really grew into yourself, didn't you? You look really good. You took me completely by surprise.
Is that so?
Oh, come on. No need to be so unfriendly. I know we haven't spoken for a long time, but we were still childhood friends.
Childhood friends?
Yeah, I mean, our houses were so close.
Well, yeah, they were, but I don't really remember even talking to you before. But if you're here, has Sarah moved back to town too?
Sarah, huh? Does she really matter? I'm surprised you even remember about her.
Of course I remember. We played together almost every single day back then.
Well, if you really want to know, yeah, she's back here too. Our dad got transferred back here with his job, so we came too.
Wait, what? You with your dad? But didn't your parents get divorced back when we were in elementary school?
Yeah, they did. I'm talking about our new dad. As soon as our parents divorced, we left our old dad behind and went to live with our new one straight away.
So that would mean...
Well, to put it bluntly, Mom was having an affair and he was her lover. But for me, I like my new dad better. He's kinder and way more good-looking, too. I feel really lucky, to be honest. My old dad didn't really treat me how I wanted. I don't mean he did anything bad, but he didn't spoil me anywhere near enough like he should have. And because he didn't do that, of course a kind of distance grew between us. But you know, if he'd just spoiled me like I wanted, I would have even told him Mom was cheating on him.
I never realized that's how things actually happen.
Oh, by the way, do you have some nickname I can call you? You know, something that's more like childhood friends would call each other, not just by regular first names.
A nickname? I never really had one. Ben is already really short, so there's never a need.
Oh, come on, be a little more friendly.
Sorry. It's just that it's been a really long time.
When did you become so serious? But to be fair, I think it suits you. Hey, do you want to go for some drinks sometime?
What, do you mean just the two of us?
I only just moved back to town, so I don't really know much about it. I mean, I did leave in elementary school, so you can show me around a little. What do you say? Oh, I can send you a photo of me too if you want. You know, just so you know what I look like after all these years. I'll send you over a photo from last Halloween.
It's okay. I'm fine with that one.
Wait, what, you don't want me to send one?
Sorry to change the subject, but Sarah and I are the same age. So is she also in her final year of college? Which college is she going to?
Sarah? She didn't go to college.
Are you serious?
Unbelievable, right? Her grades were always terrible, and she failed every single entrance exam. She isn't doing anything with her life. At the moment, she's just working some random part-time jobs.
I see, she's working. But there's nothing wrong with that. Why do you say she's not doing anything with her life?
Never mind that. By the way, I heard this from a friend, but just wanted to check if it was true. Are you in medical school? Looks like you'll have an amazing future. You must have worked really hard.
Yeah, but it's not really that big of a deal. You know, I'd really like to get Sarah's number. Could you give it to me?
Her number? Why would you want that? I have no idea what it is anyway.
Wait, there's no way that you don't know your younger sister's number.
I have no interest in talking to her, so... Who cares about Sarah anyway? Let's stop talking about her. So, drinks. When should we go?
I don't really drink alcohol, so I have to pass on that.
You don't drink?
Not really, but anyway, I have to go do some tutoring right now. Maybe there will be another chance to meet up later.
Oh, that's such a shame. Okay, but give me a text when you're done tutoring. I'll be waiting.
Hey, Ben. Thanks for going out of your way to talk to me at work today. Sorry that I couldn't really stay and talk for too long.
Sarah, thanks for messaging me. Don't worry about it, you're in the middle of work, so it can't be helped. But man, did I get a shock. I really didn't expect to see you working at the bookstore.
Yeah, I haven't been working there very long. I only started last month.
I see, but that's good, isn't it? I remember that you've always liked books, so working at a bookstore must be nice for you. Do you want to get something to eat together? You finally came back to town, so let's catch up and talk.
About that.
There's so much to talk about. I want to hear about what happened with you after you moved school. Do you remember Matt? One day the two of us ran out of school, right? And Mr. Jones was so surprised, his wig flew right off his head.
No way! I never liked Mr. Jones. He was always so mean to everyone. Can't believe he was wearing a wig the whole time.
Come on, Sarah, how'd you not know that? Everyone was saying it was fake.
I had no idea. I guess you didn't change after I left. Always messing around. I'd love to meet everyone again.
Should I invite everyone to get food together then? It'll be like a reunion. I know that everyone will make the time to come once they find out that you moved back. So when's good? The sooner the better, I think.
Then, I'm sorry.
What are you sorry for?
I can't go with you or anybody else.
What do you mean? Why not? You only just came back after all this time.
A lot has happened and I'm not really in a good spot financially. The bookstore isn't the only place I work at. I also work at a bar at night and do some delivery too. I'm always busy, but I also don't really have the money to go out.
It's fine, it'll be my shout. We could treat this as your homecoming party. If you're really worried about it though, how about we make it just the two of us? And if we go for lunch instead of dinner, it won't cost too much anyway.
Thanks for offering, but even so I can't. I'll just end up feeling bad that you're paying for me. Also, I don't think I'll be able to text back very often.
Why not?
I know that you only just gave me your number today. But look, I'm really happy that I saw you today after such a long time. Thanks.
Wait, hold on. Why can't you text me back? Is there some sort of problem if I send you messages?
Yeah, there is. I have a boyfriend.
You have a boyfriend?
Yeah, that's why I really can't reply to you. I'm sorry. See you around.
Hold on, Sarah!
Ben, why don't you pick up your phone? I've called you so many times, but you never answer.
Sorry, I was studying. Do you need something?
So, I was just out with some friends earlier, and I got a little too drunk. Can you let me stay at your place?
I live with my parents, so I can't.
Oh, come on. Just let me crash there. Just for one night.
That's not gonna work. My parents would never agree to it.
Then, can you come meet me? I already told my friends that I asked my handsome childhood friend to come pick me up. They also want to meet you, so please.
Why did you tell them that before you even asked me?
I was sure you'd say yes. Besides, if you help me get home, Sarah will be there too, right? You said that you wanted to get her number or meet up with her, didn't you? I don't really think she's worth your time at all, but whatever.
What's that supposed to mean?
You have no idea what an absolute potato she is these days. She's always wearing these old and ragged clothes. She sucks at talking to people. She hasn't even had a single boyfriend. If you saw her, you'd be immediately put off.
Wait, what's that? She doesn't have a boyfriend? It's not just that you don't know about one?
No, she doesn't. There's absolutely no way. She works all day at 3 different jobs and never even puts on makeup. I haven't seen even a single hint of a guy around her. Can you believe it? 21 years old and never had a boyfriend?
I see, so she doesn't have a boyfriend.
And not only that, she still has some weird attachment to our old dad and doesn't get along with our mom's new husband at all.
Really? How come?
And in that case, you can't even blame Dad for not liking her either. That's why there isn't even a single picture of her in any of the family photo albums. Even though it's more rare for him to not take photos of something since he loves photography.
Do the two of you also not get along well?
Not really. I hate people who are as unsociable as her. And I hate that she's so ugly and never cares about how she dresses or looks. It's embarrassing to be seen with her. Honestly, I don't even want anyone to think that her and I are related. I don't think that anyone could really make that mistake, though. We look nothing alike. She just has no idea how to get people to like her, unlike me. That's why she's the one who has to work all the time and earn money for us.
What? What does that mean?
Oh, does that interest you?
Do you mean that, like, you all take turns paying or something?
No way! So, it was Mom and I who came up with the idea first. Basically, in our house, one person is responsible for paying for all the food and bills and stuff for 5 years.
5 whole years? But your new dad works, doesn't he? He didn't have anything to say about this.
No, he fully supported it. Think about it like this. Apart from the person who is responsible for paying, everyone else can save their money or use it for themselves however they like for 5 years. Who would say no to something like that?
But that's way too much of a responsibility for only one person.
Well, I definitely wouldn't want to do it myself. But, you know, Sarah volunteered to do it. She said she wanted the prize.
There's a prize?
Mom said that if she did this for 5 years, she would tell her something very important. She said she would tell Sarah where our old dad is.
You're joking, right?
No, and Sarah is super serious about it too. What do you think about that, Ben? Such a daddy's girl. Unbelievable, isn't it?
Yes, completely unbelievable.
I know, right? So, how about the next time we meet Sarah together, we...
Don't text me anymore.
Why not? Wait, Ben, what happened? What did I do?
Sarah! You don't need to go back to there anymore.
What?
If you need somewhere to stay, you can come stay at my house. My parents know you, so they'll be fine with it.
Hold on. What's up all of a sudden?
Why are you working yourself to the bone like this?
What do you mean?
Why are you letting them use you in this way? You can't just quietly accept this.
I really have no idea what you're on about. No one is using me or forcing me to do anything.
I know that's a lie. I heard about everything from Wendy. Now I understand why you're working so many jobs and around the clock, too.
Look, Ben. I'm begging you to just leave this alone.
There's no way I could just leave this. I thought I'd never see you again after you moved away. But I finally got the chance again. But you can't even spare some time to come out for lunch because of the messed up way your family is treating you. Do you really think I can just leave someone as important to me as you in this situation? No way!
Yes, you can. This doesn't have anything to do with you.
Yes, it does!
I'm telling you, it doesn't. Sure, we were friends when we were kids, but how many years has it been since then? Things change. You don't know anything about me. I'm not the girl you used to play dodgeball with in elementary school anymore. You have no idea how I feel. You have 2 loving parents. What could you possibly understand about my situation? I have no one to really call family. My mom only cares about my sister and treats me like a slave. Ever since my parents got divorced and I had to move away, I've been all on my own.
Sarah, listen to me.
If I just hang in there for 2 more years, I'll finally learn where my real dad is. Then, I won't have to be alone anymore. Dad was the only person who ever treated me kindly. That's why I'm begging you. to just drop it. I need to find out where he is.
Sarah, do you remember our promise? I promised that I'd marry you when we grow up.
What? You remember that?
I hope you find your dad. It'll be easier to find him together. We could even hire a private investigator. Let's find him together. But even if we can't find him after all that, if we get married, I'll become your family. So please don't go back there.
Then,
And if you insist on going back there anyway, I'm gonna camp out at the bookstore and not leave until you come with me. Is that what you want? You don't, right?
hey, stop joking around now. What you said earlier really moved me. You don't need to try and make me laugh. I could really see you doing that and refusing to leave. But you're right. I don't want you to cause a scene where I work. So, can I really take you up on that offer? I won't be getting in the way or anything, will I?
Of course not, I already told you that. Now hurry, pack your things and get ready to leave. I told my mom about all this before. She said there's no problem at all with you staying here. I'll come meet you not too far from your house, okay?
Thank you so much.
I told you not to worry about it. Wait, hold up. I'm getting a call from Mom.
What'd she say?
Are you the only one at home right now?
Yeah, everyone else is out. Wendy went out drinking and my mom and her husband went on a vacation yesterday. Did something happen?
I need you to look through the house to find something, okay? It's extremely important. You need it in order to be able to live with your real dad again.
What? What do I need to find?
Hey Ben, it's Wendy. Thanks for helping me home yesterday. I seriously didn't expect you to actually come meet me, but thanks so much.
Don't mention it. I had something I needed to do while I was out anyway.
Oh, you're just saying that. I know you were actually worried about me getting home drunk on my own. And my friends even said we look like a couple together. How about it, though? Want to go out for real? I'm totally down for it.
I'm not down for it at all. I'd literally rather die.
Are you kidding me?
I don't like you, Wendy. I've always liked Sarah. Ever since we were kids.
What? You can't be serious. You like my sister?
Is there another Sarah I've known since forever? Who else would I be talking about?
There's no way you're being serious right now. Come on, what could you possibly see in someone like her?
Sarah is incredibly kind and 1,000 times cuter than you. She's exactly my type. I liked her from way back. And then ever since we met again recently, all those feelings came back again.
You're definitely lying. Stop teasing me. This is really in poor taste. You should really think about going out with me instead. I'm so much better than that ugly introvert.
It's true that you're both completely different. It's just that she is far better than you in every way.
There's no chance of that. I mean, I'm the one that Mom always spoiled and fawned over, not her.
Isn't that just because you look closer to your mom's age so you don't get along better? Your personality and your appearance, just not my type at all. I can barely comprehend the fact that you're all working her like a slave to pay for everything, while you just get to do whatever you want with no responsibilities. And saying that Sarah is doing nothing with her life? What are you doing with yours? You're the one who doesn't even have a job. All you do is go out drinking with your friends.
How dare you even talk to me like this? Whatever, I'm done. I didn't expect you to ever say anything like this to me. But there's no point in you telling Sarah how you feel about her anyway. She's too busy trying to get Mom to tell her where Dad is to care about you. Unlucky. It must feel bad to have to let your first love go unanswered like this.
Oh, yeah, about that. Sarah already found her dad. They met up too, and we already decided to get together. We're planning on getting married at some point.
How?
So don't expect her to be paying for anything for you guys from now on. You better get a job yourself.
Hang on. What do you mean she found him? How could she have met up with him? There's no way she could have done that.
Your mom was extorting your dad for money, just as she was essentially extorting Sarah. She said it was child support until you both finished college. And just like Sarah's prize for working for 5 years, she promised that she'd let him see his children again if he paid up. You all really have some nerve messing around with people's emotions like that. It makes me sick.
I don't care how you feel about any of this. How did she find out where he was in the first place?
Turns out that my parents let his contact from all those years ago. He wasn't allowed any contact with you or Sarah since the divorce except for your mom. So he left his number with my parents and asked them to let him know if she ever came around to ours again. Of course, I was just a kid at the time, so I didn't understand anything about what was going on. We called him and told him everything that was going on, and he came over as soon as he could.
No way. That means Sarah has no more reason to work for us anymore.
Obviously. You also won't be getting any money from our dad anymore either.
What did you do? Why did you stick your nose into this? You have no right to get involved in my family matters. There's no way you'll get away with this. I'm telling Mom everything. That you're the one who's been destroying the great life we've been leading.
You're right. I'm sure he won't be able to live like that anymore from now on. I mean, just imagine the money he'll have to pay once this goes through court.
To court? Why would this go to court?
Well, first off, the real reason for your parents' divorce was because she was having an affair, right? But she initially told your dad that it was just because their personalities were no longer compatible together. I mean, you're the one who told me the real reason.
Whatever. Do you really think something like that will pass in court? And from so long ago, too?
I know it'll go through. There's evidence.
How is that evidence? That's just a photo of Mom and her new husband making out. Why do you even have something like that?
Check the date it was taken.
The date? Why is that important?
This photo was taken before the divorce. Once I heard that your new dad was interested in and loved taking photos, I figured he'd definitely have one like this lying around somewhere. I only met up with you yesterday so that you wouldn't get back to your house too quickly. Sarah found it for me during that time.
So that's why.
Sarah's dad was furious when he saw the state she was in. So like I said, he's taking this to court and he's planning on suing you for damages equal to all of the money he sent. And that you all got from Sarah these past years.
Stop this right now! Pick up your phone, answer, and let me talk to my dad.
No? Why should I do that?
Why? Because if we have to pay all that money back, we'll be broke. I'm too used to this lifestyle now for it to just disappear overnight. Someone like me shouldn't have to live like a poor person.
Just shut up with your nonsense. All you have to do is what you forced others to do for you up until now.
Mom said she's trying to call her ex-husband now from where she is, but he won't pick up.
Of course he wouldn't. He said he doesn't even want to hear that woman's voice again.
Ben, please, tell him to drop it and not bring this to court. If he drops this, I'll even go visit him once a week as thanks.
Okay, I told him.
Really? What did he say?
He said he doesn't care if he ever sees you again or not.
What? He couldn't have said that. I'm still his daughter.
You told me earlier, though, that you never got along very well. And there was always a difference of feeling between you and him and Sarah. Which daughter do you think he would choose? The one who prefers the man her mother cheated on her dad with? Or the one who worked herself to the bone in order to be able to see him again? I think the choice there is pretty clear. Well, that's that. So good luck with your mom and her husband. And stay away from Sarah.
Hold on. Look, I'll apologize. I'll say sorry to both him and Sarah.
Why does it matter? You have your new dad, don't you? And you said he's really nice. So I'm sure he'll look after you.
No! The real reason that he's nice to us is because we had money coming in. We also had the money Mom got from the divorce, too. If we run out of money, the way he acts will completely change. He has only been nice recently because Sarah was doing the work while all of us just got to enjoy ourselves.
You're the ones who chose him, though. You used Sarah just so that you could enjoy yourselves without working. Looks like karma has finally come back around to get you.
Ugh, don't say things like that. I'm also a victim here.
Don't try to play the victim. It's quite clear you knew exactly what you were doing, just like your mom. If you cared about Sarah even a tiny bit, you wouldn't have let things come to this. Sure, it might not have been obvious when you were a kid, but you're an adult now. There's no excuse for not helping her. But you knew exactly what was going on and used the situation for your own gain. so that you could coast through life. If you really think you won't like living there anymore, then leave and live on your own.
I can't do that. Please help me too. I don't want to be left here on my own.
You better start looking for someone who's willing to help you then. You'll find that person in me. You keep saying that you're better and cuter than Sarah, right? So it shouldn't be too hard for you to find someone to help. I mean, that's if you're really as cute as you think you are anyway. After that, Sarah's dad sued his ex-wife for damages incurred. In court, they used a photo that Sarah found as well as Sarah's own testimony as evidence. Not only that, but the WhatsApp messages that Wendy sent to me ended up serving as proof too. Sarah's mom and her husband will now have to pay damages for almost the next 10 years. Unfortunately, there is no way to have all the child support that Sarah's dad had paid to be returned. Regarding that, we had to settle, knowing that it'll be hard enough for Sarah's mom and her husband to get used to their new lives. Normal holidays with a bill footed by someone else for them. Their everyday lives became far more strained due to having to pay back the damages. So they tried to send Wendy to work like they had done with Sarah before. But of course, there was no way a spoiled brat like her was going to be able to either find or keep a job. And since Wendy couldn't be of any use to them in that way, they started treating her as they had Sarah. Of course, problems came up between them too. And they started fighting almost constantly. It's only a matter of time before the family that was kept together only through Sarah's efforts break apart completely. As for Sarah, she started living with her real dad and is now studying to follow her dream of becoming a librarian. She hadn't been able to really enjoy life before, but now she is really happy and living every day to the fullest. And as for me and Sarah...
Hey, I just arrived at the spot.
Sorry, I'm gonna be a little late. The chain on my bike came off.
Hurry up, it's hot out here too.
Don't complain. I could have been there way sooner if I took the car. But you were the one who told me to come by bike. And making me wear my high school uniform? If someone I know sees me, I'm gonna die from embarrassment.
If you're going to help me overwrite some of my high school memories, then you have to wear the uniform. Everything needs to be done properly.
And you were the one saying things like, "It's got nothing to do with you, man. Leave me alone." Now look at me.
My bad. I just didn't want to cause you any trouble.
I've been waiting for the day we get married all this time, you know, just like I promised.
Seriously?
Well, only because I couldn't get a girlfriend.
Shut up, you idiot.
Just kidding, relax. I got my bike fixed, so I'll be there in a bit. Just find some shade and wait for me.
Okay, no problem. I'll be waiting. By the way...
Yeah, what's up?
Thank you for keeping your promise.
Hey Kate, is your shift over yet? It's already 4 in the afternoon. Hurry back and start on the housework.
Sorry, Beth. I ended up having to do some overtime today. I need to go to the supermarket to pick up some things and then I'll head home.
You're going to be even later?
I guess so. I need to buy ingredients for dinner tonight.
You really can't do anything right, can you? Just make something from whatever is left at home.
Didn't you say that you wanted fish for dinner tonight? We don't have any at home.
That was yesterday. I don't feel like fish anymore.
Oh, is that so? Well, we still need some basic things like milk, so I'd better still stop by.
Fine. But hurry it up. I've left you half of the housework for you to do. Also, don't forget to finish doing the laundry. Oh, and the bathroom still needs cleaning too.
Okay, I got it.
I loaded the washing machine for you, even though that's supposed to be your job.
Sorry about that. Thanks for doing it for me.
I really thought you were someone who would have a better handle on things. Otherwise, I wouldn't have agreed with you working part-time. If you're going to leave housework for me, I'll forbid you from working.
I'll be careful from now on. I'll make sure to finish all the cleaning before I leave for work.
Remember that you're only living here because you're married to my son. Making sure to do things ahead of time. If I need to tell you off for something, then it's already too late.
Okay, I understand.
Also, I've been thinking about something recently. Don't you think the clothes you've been wearing out are a bit too extreme? They stand out too much.
What do you mean by that? They're just normal clothes you'd find or see anywhere.
You were wearing a skirt the other day. When you were going out somewhere with my son. You know, the frilly one.
Oh, that one. Yeah, I remember.
What are you doing wearing something that's going to get attention from other men? You're a married woman. You shouldn't be wearing things that show so much of your legs.
But that skirt goes down past my knees.
It doesn't matter if it was past your knees, your legs were still showing, weren't they? And the shade of light pink, how vulgar. I didn't really think about it like that.
I apologize. I'll be more careful.
You need to make yourself look more like a proper woman now that you're married. The same goes for your hair and makeup. You look like you're going to work at a strip club.
That's going too far, you know?
If you don't want to be thought of in that way, then wear more appropriate clothes. You shouldn't even bother with makeup anymore. It's not like anyone is looking at you anyway.
The clothes I wear are nothing like that. They're not anywhere near as revealing or outlandish.
That's not the point that I'm trying to make. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Every time I talk to you, the conversation ends up in some weird place.
Sorry.
Stop stressing me out so much. Just hurry back and finish the housework. Hey, when are you two coming back home?
My husband and I only left the house not too long ago. We'll probably be back quite late tonight. It's the weekend, so we'll be out for dinner too.
Come back right now.
Why do we need to come back?
Something terrible has happened to my daughter.
What's happened to Jessie?
Jessie is being abused by her in-laws.
By her in-laws, you say? Well, that's worrying to hear.
She says that from morning to night her mother-in-law harasses her. She's even making her look at the entire household on her own. They don't even treat her as a member of the family. The entire family went on a trip and left her at home by herself. She couldn't handle it anymore, so she just called me before to discuss it and ask for help.
I see. It sounds like she's in a pretty bad situation.
I wanted to call her mother-in-law and give her a piece of my mind, but Jessie told me that it wasn't necessary. I wondered what I should do.
Well, any situation with in-laws is pretty delicate. You don't want to make anything worse for her. It's probably better to just not do anything at all.
But I can't just sit here and keep my mouth shut. She's there all alone with people who don't treat her right. Apparently, the mother-in-law even called her a completely useless wife. Can you believe it? After all the hard work I put in raising my daughter, and she gets called that?
Is that so?
So you guys will come back now, right? I think this is something that we all need to talk about. Can you tell my son about his sister's situation too?
I've been telling him about it as we've been talking.
But Jessie isn't at our house right now, is she?
She's not, but so what?
Well, she can't really do anything about this then, even if we do come back now.
So, we're still going out as planned and we'll come back later.
What? He doesn't care about his little sister? Kate, you're also living with your in-laws just like her, so you do understand, don't you?
I sure can.
I knew you would. See? It's at times like this that men are completely useless. Jessie says her husband is pretending not to notice anything is going on.
It must be really hard if she isn't getting any support from him or anyone else.
And Jessie is such an outstanding girl. I wonder what it is that her in-laws find irritating about her. I'd be nothing but grateful if I have a daughter-in-law like Jessie.
Well, the thing there is, you are Jessie's biological mother after all.
And so what? Are you trying to say there's something wrong with her?
No, not at all. But if you think about it, she is still the daughter-in-law to this scenario. So you can never guess how her mother-in-law would view her. Of course, I don't have any kids of my own, so there's probably something I don't quite understand.
If you don't understand, then just don't say anything at all. But aren't you lucky that you have someone like me as your mother-in-law? You can do whatever you want, and I even let you and my son go out together on the weekends. Poor Jessie, she got really unlucky with her mother-in-law. Do you think it's better for me to pick her up and bring her back to our house?
Jessie's feelings and what she wants to do are still the most important thing here. You should contact her and see what she wants to do before you go get her.
You're right, she can only really rely on us. I need to make sure I don't act too rash and make things worse, but this really does annoy me. What kind of person would harass their daughter-in-law like that?
That's true. I completely agree with you there.
Okay, I'm going to give Jessie another call. She must be pretty down in the dumps right now, so I'll do my best to find a way to convince her to come stay with us.
Okay, got it.
And make sure to support her when she does come to stay, okay? I want her to be able to relax and recover without having to worry about doing anything. Even if she offers to help herself, make sure you don't let her do anything. Got it?
I got it. Hey, can you just confirm something real quick? So you think that if a mother-in-law is harassing her daughter-in-law, then that's a situation to get out of as soon as possible, right?
Obviously, look, I get that sometimes living with other people can be difficult, but that's not reason to resort to abuse and harassment.
Okay, thanks. I just wanted to make sure. I'll take your words to heart. Good morning, Kate. Oh, Jessie, morning. What's up? So you're at your parents' house right now, right? Yep, I am. I had heard that you moved out. Is that because I moved back in? I'm really sorry. You're living together with your husband, but I moved back. I must really be in the way. It can't be very comfortable for you with me here. Oh, no, that's not the case at all. It's not? Then why did you leave? My mom was also super surprised that you decided to pack up and leave out of nowhere. I ran away from an abusive mother-in-law just like you did. We're in the same situation. Don't worry, it wasn't your fault. An abusive mother-in-law? You're talking about my mom right now, aren't you? Yes. It's hard to talk about it since she's your mother, but I reached my limit with her. When she was telling me about your situation with your mother-in-law, she even expressed her disgust with someone who would harass the daughter-in-law like that for no reason. The whole time, I couldn't help but think how ironic it was, seeing as she was doing the exact same thing. I discussed it with my husband and decided to move out. I'm sorry you got the wrong idea, but it really had nothing to do with you. So that's what happened. And my mom was so angry at my own mother-in-law talking bad about her constantly. To think that she was doing the same things that she was criticizing. That's why I don't plan on going back and living with her. But don't worry about it. She treats you well. So you can stay there until things quiet down on your end. I can't take it easy though. If my own mother is harassing you, what kind of things was she doing to you? I know that you probably don't want to talk about it too much, but please let me know. I don't think you really want to hear it though. No, it's totally okay. Please. Well, it'll be a pretty long conversation, so how about I give you a call instead? That's fine by me. Mom isn't home right now either, so please tell me everything you can.
Kate, what on earth did you do? Why did you tell those lies to my daughter?
What are you talking about? I have no idea what you mean.
You told her that I was bullying you?
I did?
So you admit it. Why would you do something like that? Jessie is back home living with us because of exactly that reason. Don't you have any consideration for those around you? And you told her that I'm the reason you left and went back to live with your parents?
Of course I did. That's the truth. I also couldn't stand being harassed by the mother-in-law anymore and left, just like Jessie. But that was the best thing to do, right? You also said that it's not something to put up with, remember?
I was talking about Jessie at that time. It had nothing to do with you.
A conversation about terrible mother-in-law definitely has something to do with me. I had to listen to your complaints and grumbling every single day.
Complaints from me? Like what? I never did anything like that.
Even though we were living in the same house, you left all of the housework up to me. Isn't that exactly the same as what Jessie had to do?
I was doing the housework too.
Do you really think that taking some clothes out of the dryer every now and then really counts as a housework?
That's not all I did. I cooked too.
You kept throwing away all of the food that I cooked. You'd say it was disgusting and dump all kinds of spices on it before throwing it into the trash. That doesn't sound like cooking to me.
I helped with cleaning though.
But you would only ever clean your own room. Apart from that, you left me to clean the rest of the entire house. Waking up early in the morning to clean the bathrooms, vacuum the house, clean everything else before work, I had to do that. But what did you do? You started complaining that the vacuum was too noisy and affecting your sleep in the morning. So then I could only do that on days I didn't have work. And let's not forget doing the laundry, making food for everyone, and washing the dishes before leaving. So what is it that you're trying to say you helped out with?
A daughter-in-law living in her husband's house is supposed to do all the housework. That's an obvious fact.
I bet Jessie's mother-in-law thinks the exact same thing. Aren't you acting just like her?
I don't act like you're some stranger. I treat you as part of the family.
Remember that time you went on vacation with some friends? When you came back, I was the only one you didn't buy a souvenir for.
Well, I just happened to forget at that time.
Even when you go out for a little bit and come back with some snacks or something, you always seem to forget me then, too. Like a few days ago when you bought everyone cake except me. What was all that about then?
Those things are always just for my husband and son who are always working so hard.
Just sounds like an excuse to me. You even called me useless before, too. And the last time we went on a family vacation, you were the only one complaining that I was coming too. Everything is exactly the same as what happened to Jessie.
I'm not doing anything from ill will. It's not buying or anything like that with Jessie's mother-in-law was doing.
If that's the case, then why did you never say or do the sort of thing in front of your husband or son? It's always only when we're alone or through text messages.
Is that really what happened?
That's exactly what happened. Have you just happened to forget only the bad things that you did? But don't worry too much. I told my husband about it all, and I showed him all the text conversations between us.
What? You told my son all that too?
Of course I did. He's my husband.
He hasn't said anything or told me off for anything I may have done to you.
That's because I asked him not to say anything to you. We were all living together, so I wanted to try my best and get along with you as well as I possibly could. But when you started complaining about what was happening to Jessie, I woke up. I realized that there really is such a thing as wasted effort and time. You raised yourself on a pedestal and started criticizing Jessie's mother-in-law for what she was doing. That was the time I realized that I couldn't take it anymore.
Kate, listen to me. I honestly wasn't trying to do anything of that on purpose. I just wanted you to be a good wife, so I was trying to give you some advice to help.
As I said, Jessie's mother-in-law probably thought the same thing too. What I'm trying to say is that you're in no position to criticize anybody. You need to look at yourself in the mirror and sort yourself out first.
I'm sorry. I apologize for everything I've done up until now. So won't you come back and live with us again?
No. There's no way I'm living with you again. You were the one who asked me to come and move in with you in the first place. I don't need any more needless suffering that I can easily avoid.
Okay, I got it. I won't mention you moving back in again. But can you at least forgive me? My husband and daughter really went off at me for what I did. They even told me to get out of the house.
What goes around comes around, right?
But I've realized that what I was doing was wrong. I promise to be a good mother-in-law to you from now on. So please, can you forgive me somehow?
Is that something you'd say in front of your daughter? Could you ask her to forgive her mother-in-law for what she put her through?
I really think the degree of what we did is different.
Oh, if you're still able to say something like that, that means you haven't changed at all. I've got no reason to come to your aid. It's time you realized yourself what you did and how horrible those things were. After that, my mother-in-law was brought to my house by her husband and daughter in order to apologize to me. Of course I didn't forgive her, but she promised to leave me alone and not talk to me except for important family occasions. And I told them that kicking her out of the house wasn't something that I wanted to happen. She got a good talking to from her husband and her daughter, so I'm sure the same thing won't happen again. After her actions were revealed to everyone, my mother-in-law really changed. She started to do all of the housework that I had previously done on her own. It might have been better for me to say something sooner. But since it was my husband's family home, I didn't really want to rock the boat and make a big fuss. In a way, I'm also partially to blame for putting up with it for no reason. In any case, I have no intention of protecting her feelings anymore. For example, even if we meet face to face, I'm not going to pretend or do anything for her sake. Jessie also moved out from her husband's house in the same way I did. We met up and talked about how happy we were that we both chose the right path for us. Both her and her father really helped me by taking my side against my mother-in-law, so I have nothing but feelings of gratitude towards them. From now on, I'm going to put all my effort into relationships with people who really care about me and treat me right.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Brian, what the hell is this?
Huh? What's the matter, Sylvia? Did I do something wrong?
I'm talking about the meat in the fridge. It says $30. That is so expensive. When did you buy it?
Oh, well, you found it.
Damn right I did. I was looking for something to eat when I found something unfamiliar inside the fridge. When and where did you buy this? Why on earth would you buy such expensive meat?
Well, I brought it a couple of days ago on my payday. I wanted to splurge just a bit to enjoy with some good beer. We'll have it together, of course. Are you in, or what?
I'm surprised you have the nerves to buy something like this with your cheap-ass pay. You make nothing.
I wanted to do something special for just one day. We eat modestly every day. We need to cut ourselves some slack sometimes.
How could you spend it on something so insignificant? What a waste. Do you not realize I work to cover what your pay can't? Ugh, this is so annoying. Starting tomorrow, you get to live on sprouts. That is all I'm serving you.
Oh, come on, Sylvia. Give me a break, won't you? We both work hard to support the family. A little treat once in a while won't hurt us.
You know what really wouldn't hurt? For you to get promoted and get better pay. Then we wouldn't have to eat modestly every day or fight over some stupid meat. But I know that's never going to happen. Because you don't work hard for it. You're not even interested in getting a promotion, are you?
That's not true. I'm interested as much as anyone would be. I might not be the competitive type, but I know my managers count on me. I'm sure someday I'll have a chance.
Someday? When the hell is that going to be? You're so pathetic. Don't you feel left out seeing all your friends land on management positions? You're the only one at the bottom of the ladder. We wouldn't even be able to put food on the table if it wasn't for me.
It was such a great idea to start your own side business. I'm in awe of your success, really. So proud of you, Sylvia.
I have a good sense of business. I always knew I had. I've been teaching my friends on how to make money recently, you know. Everyone is interested in starting a side business these days because their main job is hopeless in regards to a raise.
Wow, you are amazing. And you have so many followers on SNS now, right? Not that I know anything about SNS, but you're like a celebrity.
I'm very popular indeed. Everyone wants to be my friend. Because not only am I beautiful, but I also know how to make money. I'm a role model to everyone.
I'm so proud of you, honey. I'm really thankful for you.
Yes, you really should be. Men would kill to have a perfect wife like me. Do you realize how hard I work to raise our living standards?
I do. We wouldn't survive without you.
Soon enough, the money I make would be enough to support our family. If that happens, there would be no point in having you in the family. You don't do much as it is.
Now, Sylvia, be nice, please. We have a child. Can't take away my role as a father that easily.
Danny is too small to understand your role. He will forget about you in an instant. You're practically non-existent in this house anyway. You're so quiet even when you're around. Anyway, I have to go. Do not buy anything expensive again today. Do you understand?
Okay. I promise I won't.
Can you buy milk on your way home? We need 2 bottles.
Can I get it at the market near the station? It's a bit expensive there, but it'll be much faster.
No way! You have to go to the big market in town. It's so much cheaper there. The one near the station is for rich people.
I'm going to be quite late tonight. I really prefer not to go all the way into town for a few dimes.
Oh, well, why are you going to be so late? Do you have some kind of task that needs to be completed tonight?
No, it's not work. I got a call from the police today. They want me to come in for an interview.
What? Police?
Yeah, I have to go in after work. I don't think I'll be too late, but I might not make it to dinner, so please don't wait for me. I don't want Danny to get cranky because he's hungry.
Wait, why does the police want to talk to you? What is this about?
I don't really know what it is, but they said they have a few questions regarding their recent investigation which may be related to me. I guess I'll find out the details when I get there.
An investigation that you might be related to? What the hell, Brian? What did you do?
Nothing. I haven't done anything wrong.
Why would they call you in for an interview then? Are you involved in some kind of crime?
Calm down, Sylvia. I swear I'm not involved in anything. I'm sure this is not about me, at least. Perhaps it's about someone I know. Honestly, I have no idea why they need my help. The Police is gathering information about something. So if they need my help, I must go and do my duty. Especially because I have nothing to hide.
Still, why you? Wait, does this have something to do with the man who's been loitering around the neighborhood recently?
No idea. I hope they don't think the loiterer is me.
What if they do?
You don't think that's me, do you? Because it most definitely is not.
I heard that he went up to talk to a little boy playing in the driveway. It totally freaked all the other moms out. The neighborhood has been on high alert since.
I would never do anything like that. Besides, people know who I am around our neighborhood.
Do they, though? You're such an introvert. No one's ever seen you outside. Brian, it better not be you. I would be totally grossed out if it were. I mean, you have a kid of your own. This is sick.
Sylvia! What the hell? I'm telling you I have nothing to do with any of it, I swear. I don't understand why you would think it's me. You know. I'm not the kind of guy to scare a child like that.
Well, then why on earth would the police want to speak to you? It doesn't make any sense. You must have done something.
I said I don't know anything. I'll find out what it is tonight. Please, stop scaring me like that.
I'm the one scaring you? You're scaring me. I mean, there's no smoke without fire. They must be suspicious of you or something. What have you done, Brian? Can't you think of anything?
Stop it, Sylvia, I mean it. Like I said, they told me they had a few things they want to ask me. I'm sure they're after someone else, not me. It can't be me because I haven't done anything wrong. We'll find out in no time, but I'm sure it's nothing. Whatever they want to talk about, the police will understand that I have nothing to do with it once I tell them what I can.
Yeah, we'll see about that. I bet you did do something.
Hey, why are you being like that? Why can't you trust me? I wouldn't have told you I got called in if I had something to be shameful of in the first place, would I? Have some faith in me, please.
I don't know what to believe. They could have asked you things on the phone, but they want you inside their station. That sounds pretty suspicious to me. Besides, it's not only about you actually doing something or not. What if my friends find out that you got called in? That would ruin my reputation. How could you do something like that to your hard-working wife?
You are being silly. None of this is going to ruin your reputation because I'm 100% innocent. You have to believe me. I have nothing to be ashamed of, and I stand by it.
All you do is cause trouble, Brian. I hate it that you always drag me down. I don't want any drama. Do you understand?
I do. And I won't because I'm innocent. Hey, I just got out of the police station. I'm on my way home now. I'll stop by to get milk on the way.
No, don't. In fact, you don't ever need to come home again.
Huh?
I will get rid of all your stuff. You're not welcomed anymore.
Come again? What the hell are you talking about? Why are you kicking me out?
Because we are getting a divorce.
Why?
Why? You know why. I can't be with someone who gets questioned by the police. You're going to ruin everything I work for. So stay away from me, you criminal.
Criminal? Seriously, Sylvia.
Of course I'm serious. I'm kicking you out. I will take care of Danny on my own. It's what I've been doing all these years anyway.
What? Why me, though? Where am I supposed to go, huh?
Why the hell should I care about where you go? Wherever it is, it'll be short stay anyway, won't it? Because you're going to end up in jail soon.
You're still convincing yourself that I did something wrong, just because the police wanted to talk to me.
Like I said, there's no smoke without fire. You're an embarrassment to your family. If we stay any longer with you, you will be a horrible influence to our son. I'm never letting you see him again. I will tell Danny that he never had a father.
All right, hold it there. You haven't even asked me why the police wanted to talk to me. I've been telling you repeatedly that I've done nothing wrong. You were jumping to conclusions, and it's a bad one.
You liar! I don't want to know what you did. Do not involve me in your stupid drama. All I know is that an innocent person would not have been questioned by the police. I mean, they wanted you inside. I'm so shocked that they would let you go so quickly. Regardless of what it is that you did, I refuse to be associated with a man who has to bring his own sorry ass to the police station.
Enough, Sylvia. I know exactly why you're trying to make me the criminal. It's because you're trying to shift attention away from yourself. But you're not shifting anything. The only criminal in our house is you.
What?
Why do you think the police wanted to talk to me? It sure wasn't about the loiterer you tried to make me. I asked them about that and they told me the man already got busted a while ago.
Well, what was it then?
They wanted to ask me about a serial theft that's been going on for months now around the entire city.
Theft?
Yeah. Some thief steals vehicles like bicycles and kickboards. But they're not taken off the streets, they're stolen from people's property. And the thief makes money selling the items online. I got called in because the IP address was pointing back to my PC.
So then I was right. They called you in because they found out you did it.
Quit playing dumb. I know you've been using the PC I gave you last year. I only use my PC from work. I don't even own one at home. They also asked me about our family account and why we've been receiving money from online selling services these couple of months. I had no clue because I let you manage that account. I can't believe you used the account we created as a family.
Brian, you don't actually think I've done any of those things, do you? Because it wasn't me.
Well then, who else?
How the hell would I know?
Sylvia, at least be honest, please. It's the only thing you can do now. The police will take your PC and will find out when and where you have used it. You can't try to accuse me for it because I have an alibi of working at my office. They're going to find out all the details in no time.
So what? You just gave me in?
There's no point in doing that, because I think they already know.
What did you tell them?
I only answered their questions, but I didn't lie about giving you my PC or letting you handle the family account.
Did they specifically ask about me? Did they seem sure that I was guilty?
They didn't mention you until I did. I could sense that they were waiting for me to talk about you. I think they already have an idea that you've done it.
What? Oh my god.
I'm such a fool for not realizing sooner. So you've made money off of stolen goods. Do you even realize what you've done? You cross so many lines. It's one of the worst things you can do as a human being.
I didn't realize those things belonged to anyone. I mean, they were just lying around in someone's yard. I was being environmentally friendly for picking up trash. It's recycling, you see?
No, I don't see it at all. Normal people don't walk into someone's property and take their things without asking. Regardless of whether it looks like trash or not, that is. I mean, seriously, what kind of excuse is that? You were recycling. Don't make me laugh.
I took it from rich people. They would have just bought a brand new one. I'm sure it's nothing for them.
You deliberately took it from rich people because you hoped they wouldn't mind losing something. Sylvia, you are unbelievable. And I let you call me a criminal. You disgust me.
Do you think the police will come after me? Are they going to indict me?
Of course they're coming after you. And you will be prosecuted for sure. Why on earth wouldn't you be? You're a thief.
No, this can't be happening to me. What am I going to do? How am I supposed to live?
Not my problem. What you have done is a crime and you will not be getting away with it. All you can do is pay for what you have done in jail.
Jail? No. I can't go to jail. It will ruin me. If I go to jail, I will lose everything. Even if it's a short time, I won't have anything or anyone left.
That's right. You will lose everything, including your job. So once you do time, we have to look for a new one. Do you think the company will find out about what I did? Duh, of course they will. You won't even have a reputation anymore. I'm sure you'll have a hard time searching for a new job too, because no one wants to hire a criminal like you. It's too bad.
Brian, help me, please. What should I do? There has to be a way to avoid an arrest. I don't want to go to jail.
Honestly, don't do anything. The least you can do is turn yourself in. Be truthful for once, for Danny. There is nothing more. Surely you can do it for your son, can't you?
But, Brian, that would mean the end of my life.
You put yourself in this situation. You have to face what you have done now. Hey, I just got home. Where are you? Why is Danny home by himself? Did you leave to go to the police station? Have you gone to turn yourself in?
No!
How did I know? Where the hell are you? Thankfully, Danny was asleep, so he's safe, but you shouldn't have left him on his own. How long's it been since you left?
I don't know.
Don't tell me you're on the run.
I don't know. I don't know where I am right now.
What do you mean? Why are you running?
No, I'm not running. I just panicked, okay? I'm scared. The thought of the police knocking on my door any minute made me sick to my stomach. I couldn't stand it. I was in my car driving before I knew it. Now I don't know where I am.
Yeah, that's called running. Cut it out, now. Find the closest police station and just turn yourself in. Seriously, are you not sorry for what you've done at all? You need to pay for your sins. Things will get a lot worse if you don't do it now.
I will pay for my sins, I swear. I just need some time. I will turn myself in once I calm myself down. Just give me a break, won't you?
A break? The victims of your stealing didn't get any break, did they? Go to the police, Sylvia. Now.
I said I will go later.
Tell me where you are.
Why? Will you help me? Are you going to pick me up?
No, I'm going to call the police myself and tell them where you are.
How could you be so cold? You want me locked up that bad?
You committed a crime. You're getting locked up for what you did, not because I called the police. I refuse to help you get away.
I told you I will go to the police when I'm ready. I'm not running.
What you're doing right now is running, Sylvia. I've never been so disappointed in anyone this much. Don't let me down any further, please.
I'm sorry. I'm just scared. I didn't think I would get caught. I wasn't ready for any of this. Please, just give me some time to pull myself together.
Funny, you tried to kick me out of the house when I got called in by the police. You didn't give me time. You wanted me out in a heartbeat. So why should anyone wait for you? You are being ridiculously selfish. By the way, we are getting a divorce, of course. I can't be associated with a person like you anymore.
What? No, please don't say that.
You committed a crime, and on top of that, you're running from it. There's no way I can stay married to you. For Danny, either. We are getting a divorce. End of discussion.
Please don't abandon me. You and Danny are all I have left.
Oh, but you're such a bad influence to Danny. I mean, you said that I was for just getting called in by the police. So you can imagine the kind of influence a real criminal would have on him, right? It's alright though. Danny is too young to remember you. He might miss you for a couple of days, but then he'd completely forget who you are. I, of course, would too. In fact, I have lost all feelings for you the moment I realized what you have done.
You don't love me anymore? Is that what you're saying? Please say that's not true. You're my husband. I know deep down you want to save me.
No, I really don't. I do not love you at all. All I feel is shame, and I feel horrible for the people you took from. But that's it. Nothing else.
Brian, I'm about to lose everything. I'm your son's mother. You have to help me. I will lose all my friends. I know they like me because I was the ideal wife and mom. No one will ever talk to me again if I get arrested.
That's what happens when you commit a crime. I don't know why you didn't know that. You never should have stolen people's belongings in the first place. But now that you did, no one will ever trust you with anything, including me. You will never be able to gain my trust.
I can't believe this is happening to me. I'm popular. People love me. Please make it stop.
You know I can't. You'll no longer be popular. In fact, people will never look at you the same. You're an embarrassment to the whole family. Because of you, Danny and I also have to live our lives being embarrassed of you. You're such a disgrace.
I was trying to make money for Danny. I wasn't being selfish.
For Danny? All you did was ruin his reputation along with yours. He has to live as the son of a criminal for the rest of his life. You only made his life more difficult.
I'm young, aren't I? I'll be able to get back on my feet eventually. Just because I might go to jail, it won't kill me, will it?
I don't know. But you can pray that it won't. But you'll have a hard time finding a decent job. And you'll be so embarrassed every time someone finds out what you did in the past. You will never be able to walk tall again. But like I said, you brought this upon yourself. You can deal with your embarrassing life on your own. Do not involve me or Danny in it.
No, I never thought things turned out like this. I never meant for any of this to happen.
It doesn't matter what you meant. It happened, and you can't undo it anymore. Now go to the police and deal with your problem. I can't help you with anything. You have to carry your own burden.
Why are you so mean? This is not my fault. You played your part too. I was pressured to make money because you have only stupid, low-paying job. I made the kind of money that you couldn't. You were able to have a decent life because of me.
You've become so greedy on your own. You probably didn't even realize that I kept a modest lifestyle, even after you started to make more money than me. I didn't spend it on clothes or luxury items like you did. In fact, I saved as much as I could.
What? No, that's not true. You took advantage of my earrings too.
I didn't. Don't you remember? You didn't let me even if I wanted to. You got pissed off because I brought meat that was a couple of dollars more expensive than usual. You told me I wasn't allowed to splurge on anything. I never went out to have lunch with my colleagues. I worked off of one hot dog every day, you know?
Well, I was just trying to save more money so that we have security as a family.
Yeah, right. You enjoyed your lunch with friends at extravagant restaurants every day. Don't think I don't know. You are a greedy person. And you're going to jail because you let your greed take over.
Brian, please, don't abandon me. I can't live without you. You're the only person that matters to me. Save me, please.
Well, you just don't give up, do you? I will not budge to your bad acting anymore. And you can't try to make me feel sorry for you, because I will never feel that way towards a criminal.
Stop calling me that. I hate how it sounds. It's so mean.
Well, you better get used to it quickly, because that's what you are. Why can't you understand that? You keep feeling sorry for yourself when you were the one who hurt people. Please, don't make me feel ashamed of you, more than I already do.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Why did you steal? A child would understand that stealing is bad. Why, Sylvia?
I was selling items I bought at thrift stores at first, but I wasn't making much. So I thought if I was able to sell better items, I could make more money, and that it would be even better if I could get those items for free. That's when I saw a brand new kickboard lying around on someone's driveway. They had left it there like it wasn't important. So I took it and made lots of money off of it. I felt so powerful once I started making money that I lost control.
So I was right. You let your greed take over you. You should go to the police now and tell them that. I'm sure they'd appreciate your honesty, for once.
Okay, I will go, but will you come with me? I can't do this on my own. I'm so scared.
What? You need me to come with you? You're kidding me, right? You are an adult. Have some decency and pull yourself together. As much as I hate it, you are Danny's mother, so suck it up and stop embarrassing him. Sylvia never turned herself in. She was wandering around the streets at night in another town when the police found her and made an arrest. Through the investigation, the police found out that Sylvia had been stealing items off of people's properties for over a year. Since she was involved in so many cases and had repeated her crimes over and over again, she was sentenced to a year in prison. As her ex-husband, I feel responsible for not realizing her crimes and feel horrible for the people she stole from. Our divorce was finalized while she was serving time in jail. As soon as she was arrested, Danny and I moved out of the house we used to live in, as a family. It was impossible to stay in a neighborhood where everybody knew what Sylvia did, so I moved near my parents for Danny's sake. He gets plenty of attention from his grandparents while I work, and seems very happy about his new life, although he will not be seeing his mother anytime soon. If he ever decides he does want to meet his mum, I'll leave it up to him. But for now, I intend to keep him away from her, especially because there's no guarantee that she won't steal again. I don't know how she's dealing with her crime nowadays, but I hope she feels remorse and that she'll never make the same mistake again.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Hey, Charlotte, you're not going to believe what I'm about to tell you. You've not heard anything about what's going on with me, have you? Oh, hi there, Sarah. What do you mean if I've heard anything? I'm not really sure what you're talking about. Well, I suppose I better tell you what's happened. I'm actually pregnant. I'm going to be having a baby. I really can't believe it's happening. I'm so excited. Oh, you're going to have a baby? Congratulations on that. Why, thank you, dear sister-in-law. I've been feeling really off lately, so I thought I'd better go to the doctor to see if there was something wrong. So the doctor ran some tests and things like that, and then came back to me to say I was pregnant. I was absolutely shocked, to be honest with you. But you're all right now, though, right? You're not feeling too bad? Have you been getting a fair bit of morning sickness or something? Yeah, quite a bit, actually. I've been feeling super nauseous basically every day for a while now. So doing housework's getting more difficult and painful for me to do since I'm not feeling so good. I wanted to ask you if you could come over and do some of my housework for a while, at least until I feel better about doing it again. You want me to do your housework? I'm not quite sure, but I think I can try and help between midday and the evening. Oh, really? I thought you worked from home, so you can do other things while you're in the house. Can you try and come to my house in the mornings? You can rearrange things, can't you? Just rearrange the times, okay? Like I said, I'm not really sure if I can do that. In the mornings, I've got a lot of remote meetings that I need to attend. Really? That's the excuse you're using not to help me? Whatever, I guess your work's more important. Can you just come by tomorrow and start cleaning the house for me? Yeah, all right, I'll help you out. I'll start doing some of your cleaning tomorrow. I'll help you until you feel better and can do some things on your own. It would be reassuring if my amazing sister-in-law who got pregnant first could come over and do some work for me. Yeah, I guess. However, you're exaggerating a bit by saying I got pregnant first. Oh, really? Well, I'm sorry about that. I guess you didn't want me to mention the baby you lost when you got 2 months into your pregnancy. Maybe I shouldn't call you amazing then? Okay. Don't worry about it. I'm still really sad about it, but I feel a bit better about it in my head. Well, I guess that's good to hear. It's already been over a year since it happened anyways. Well, of course, I'm already 3 months along, so I'm relieved that nothing's happened to me. I'll be able to give birth to a healthy baby with no issues. It'll be so amazing to have a baby in the house. Yes, I suppose you will. I'm looking forward to meeting your baby when it comes. Anyways, I really felt so sorry for you when I heard that you lost your baby. It was going to be your parents' first grandchild, and it seemed like they were really looking forward to that. I still remember how excited they were, and then you lost it. It's such a shame. Maybe you'll never be able to carry a baby. That's true. They were wanting me to have that child really bad. Yeah, of course they were. Since I'm pregnant, I don't want to let the parents down if something were to happen to me or the baby. If the same thing happens again, you wouldn't want them to feel sad, would you? Well, I'd just pray that nothing happens to you, Sarah. So you're not going to tell your parents until you know that you're for sure able to give birth? Yeah, that's what I intend to do. There's a period of time that something could happen to the baby, so I want to make sure that I'm healthy and that the baby is well. I see. I suppose that's okay. But you're going to have to start telling people eventually. I suppose I'll just go ahead and tell my husband the good news then. Oh, no you won't. You're not going to tell my brother anything about this, okay? Well, I suppose I can wait to tell him. Anyway, I'll come and help you with the housework. Can you make sure that you don't get caught doing that so he doesn't ask questions? I'm 3 months pregnant and I think everything will be okay, but I'm still worried something will happen. Of all people, you're the only one who most understands my situation, right, Charlotte? I do understand, but it's still quite a different situation you're in. I'll tell my brother too when I'm in the stage that the baby's healthy and growing more. I don't want to tell anyone if I can help it yet. I see what you're saying, but if my husband suspects or asks me what's up with you, then I'll tell them. I don't want to keep secrets from my husband about his family. That's not something I feel comfortable in doing. Well, when you put it that way, I suppose that's fine. I'm really sorry about this. I know I'm asking some impossible tasks of you. No, it's okay. I kind of understand why you don't want people to know just yet. Just don't keep it a secret for too long, okay? Don't you think it's time for you both to try having a baby again? Wouldn't it be fun if the babies were in the same grade at school? That's true. It would be quite fun for them to share their memories and adventures together. But children are a gift, and we want to take our time. We'll wait until we're ready to have children. Oh my God, really? You're actually going to do that? I guess you can do that if you think it's a good idea. Right now, you and your baby are more of a concern to me than me trying to have a baby. I'll support you as much as possible, but you're going to have to let our family know what's going on eventually. You saying that has really helped me feel better about things. I still don't know much about being pregnant, so please tell me all the things I need to know about. Charlotte, I need you right now. Can you come and pick me up? Huh? What for? Did you go out after I just got home? Yes, I did. My friend wanted to give me an early congratulatory gift for having my baby. We could only meet at night since she was free. Oh, okay. Well, that's nice of her to do that. Look, I'm just in the middle of making dinner, so maybe you could get a taxi home? No, I can't get a taxi home. Can't you just stop what you're doing and come and get me? Huh? What's wrong with getting a taxi? I'm busy over here. I can't get a taxi because I've got no money on me. Just please come and get me. It'll make things a lot easier for me. Why didn't you take your wallet? Don't you have a credit card either? They take cards too. I get that, okay, but that's why I'm telling you that I can't right now. Just please hurry up and come and pick me up. Are you really going to make a pregnant woman wait on the streets? Okay, I understand. I won't make you wait too long. I'll leave my house now and pick you up. That's what I asked you, and you made it so difficult. There's nothing wrong with asking for a ride home from you, okay? Also, could you lend me $300? Wait, what? What do you need that sort of money for, Sarah? I don't get why you're questioning me so much, Charlotte. There's just one place I need to stop at before you take me back home, okay? Are you sure? Weren't you mostly in bed today because your morning sickness was really bad? I feel like I've bounced back from that, so I'm fine with doing things. Is that so? If you're not feeling well, it's best not to push yourself too much. I feel fine. That's why I'm wanting to do the things I need to do right now. So can you come and pick me up again around 10 o'clock? Sarah, I really shouldn't be out that late at night in the car, and my husband's back at home too. I could get caught. Can't you just please help me out with this? There's so many excuses you could make, such as going to the convenience store, am I right? He won't suspect a thing if you just lie a little bit. I don't think it's a good idea to be out late at night in the first place, especially since you should be at home resting. Even if you're feeling fine now, you might not feel so good tomorrow, so you need to rest and save your energy for the baby. I understand what you're saying, but this is today we're talking about, and I've got things to do. Pregnant women should be able to spread their wings every once in a while with no questions asked. But I don't get what you'd be able to do at that time of night. Probably not much. I know what I need to do, all right, because unlike you, I don't mess things up. You shouldn't say things like that to me. I wasn't even pushing myself when I lost the baby. I just happened to be unlucky, and I guess it just wasn't my time to have a child. I get it. You don't even know why you lost the baby when you were doing all the right things, but of course I'm fine. I'm not going to lose my baby. If you say so, Sarah, I'm not going to stop you doing what you need to do. Okay, good. So stop dragging on this pointless conversation that I've got no time for this. I need to get things done. Hurry up and come and get me. You need to prioritize me since I'm the pregnant one and need all the help I can get. Hi, Sarah. I'm sorry to bother you at this hour. I was taking a bath and I didn't take my phone with me. What is it that you want at this time? I'm sorry, Charlotte, for texting so late, but just pretend that I've decided to stay at your house tonight. Huh? What do you mean stay over? What's going on? If my husband asks you where I am, just say that I wanted to stay over at yours for the night. Huh? Why would you want me to lie for you? Could you stop with the interrogation and just do as I say? You should be treating me with a bit more leniency since I'm pregnant, right? Just because you're pregnant, Sarah, it doesn't mean you can do whatever you feel like doing. People need to know where you are. If I'm going to lie to people about where you're staying, are you going to tell me where you'll be at for the night? I was having such a great conversation with my friend that we wanted to continue talking, so I'm going to their house for the night. Well, if that's the case, wouldn't it be better to tell your husband that you're going, just so he knows where you are? What's the big deal about telling him that? No way am I going to tell him anything, and neither are you. He'll get mad if he knows that I'm hanging out with a friend this late at night. Lately, he's been urging me to stay at home since I'm pregnant and should be looking after myself. If he knows I'm at your house, he won't be so concerned about me and won't question what I'm doing so much. Just please do this little favor for me, would you, Charlotte? And keep your mouth shut about where I'm going. Sarah, you're pregnant and you're going to continue getting bigger. Just please go home and rest. You need to look after your baby. Your husband's right about you needing to be at home so he can look after you and help you with errands. Oh, shut up, Charlotte. He barely helps me. Maybe you're just jealous that I can still go out whilst I'm pregnant and be able to carry a child around in the first place. You know I'm right about that. You're completely useless when it comes to bearing children. But I, on the other hand, will be able to carry my child to full term. That's why you're so against what I do, aren't you? Why are you saying all of these terrible things to me? What did I ever do to you, Sarah? Hey, I'm just saying what's on my mind. You keep questioning me and it's so frustrating. I just wanted to be honest with you. I'm sorry if that's not the way you see the situation. Well, it's just making me more worried than I should be. What you're doing is very odd. I don't think so. Who knows, really? I suppose this is making you frustrated as well, right? No, that's not what I think at all. I just want your child to be born happy and healthy, so I'm worried about your condition, especially when you go out so late at night. Why are you being so attached to me and this child? It's kind of gross, to be honest. Is it all because you want what you can't have? What's that supposed to mean, Sarah? I'm just wanting you to bring a healthy child into the world. This side of you is gross, and it makes me cringe when you say things like that. Even my parents bought all that crap right away when they met you. I think it's so fake. Do you think you're good at flattering people or something? Well, I don't intend on being like that. I just want to be a nice person to everyone. Aren't you going with my mom to a show or something like that? Yes, we won tickets to go and see something. But you didn't invite me to it. Don't you realize I feel like an outcast in this? Well, I didn't invite you because when I mentioned it, you weren't interested at all. But you didn't need to make me feel like an outcast, all right? You're actually so fake, and in reality, you've got a mean personality. It seems like I'm the only one who knows your true nature, but you still try and support me in this pregnancy. It's so odd. Are you doing this so that my parents will praise you for all the hard work you did? Would you quit it with all these weird assumptions? All I did was listen to you when you asked for my help with the housework. I did as you wished. Oh, shut up, Charlotte. This is a sensitive time for me. Don't do things that make me feel wound up. If something happens to my baby, it's all your fault, okay? I think we're on completely different pages here, and I'm feeling super uncomfortable in this conversation. Okay, whatever. Look, if my husband calls, just talk to him and tell him I'm with you. Just do as I say, all right? Okay, Charlotte, when you come over to my house, please buy some tuna for me. I'm afraid I can't do that for you, Sarah. What do you mean? Are you trying to tell me to stop eating tuna just because it's fish? There's no need to worry so much about that. It's all right. I'm fine, so just go out and buy it and bring it to me. That's not the problem here, Sarah. Then don't worry and just buy it then. The baby inside me is doing well, so just get me my tuna. Look, Sarah, do you really still need my help with everything? You seem to be able to hang out with your friends a lot. So does that mean you're able to do some of the housework yourself? No, I can't just do the housework. I'm still really tired during the day and I've been a bit anemic through this pregnancy. I'll start doing it when I'm ready to do it and I'm better. Just take care of me for a while longer so I can give birth to a healthy child. Well, what I'm trying to say is I don't like this, as I don't think there's any need for me to help you out when I think you can do a lot of the work. How am I supposed to look after a child who's not even born yet? That's your job since you're carrying it. What's that supposed to mean? Why won't you look after my unborn child? You're supposed to help me be at ease during this pregnancy. I mean what I said. I'm sure you understand what I meant. Are you trying to tell me that I'm going to lose my child? You can't just say that sort of thing to a pregnant woman. Why would you say such cruel things? I'm going to tell the mothers around me about the horrible things you say to me, that you hurt my feelings. What are you talking about? Why are you twisting my words? I never said anything about you losing the baby. You're the one who's pregnant in the first place. With you carrying it, you need to look after it. Well, I can't say that I'm often... What's wrong with asking for your help? You're the one in the wrong since you're lying about being pregnant to everyone because of your affair. Have you not thought about that? My affair? What on earth are you talking about? Why are you making such crap up? Oh dear, I know everything you've done, Sarah. Don't even try to deny it. I was wondering why you were keeping your pregnancy a secret. So I started to investigate why you were doing that. You seriously started spying on me? Are you kidding me? How did you do that? How do you think? I hired a private investigator, of course, and I also did my own search as well. Oh, for goodness sake, are you crazy? Why would you get someone to stalk me? I don't think I'm the one who's crazy when I did nothing wrong. You were hanging out with the man you're having an affair with, weren't you? Do you really think that? Where's your proof that I was? I could have been with anyone. I can say that it was him because I've seen the proof. I found out that your friend that I used to drop you off at was actually his house all along. I feel so bad that I indirectly had a part to play in your indiscretions. I feel really guilty when I shouldn't. You're the one in the wrong, not me. I can't believe this. You've completely misunderstood everything, right? The man you think I'm having an affair with, he's just a friend. If he's just a friend, then how come I've got a photo of you both kissing outside of his house? Do you really think friends like that kiss for a long period of time? Also, the OBGYN you go to just prescribes pills, right? He doesn't do anything more than that, right? Oh wait, just kiss you and have an affair with you. Nothing to worry about, right? Fine, I admit it. But what's a secret between two women anyway? What's the big deal? Excuse me? Are you expecting me to keep this a secret? Don't you realize how terrible that is? If you keep this a secret, then I'll be able to help you out with whatever you like in the future if something goes wrong. Well, during your life, there's probably things that you don't want to tell your family or your husband, right? When the time comes, you can tell me. That's not a bad thing, okay? I'll never need to do that, Sarah. I don't cheat or hide secrets from my husband. We've got a relationship where we communicate everything. But won't you get tired of dealing with the same person day after day? I have, and I bet you will too. No, because there's a thing called love and trust, Sarah. There's one thing that bothers me about all this. If you answer honestly, then maybe I'll consider your idea. I might be nice and keep what's happened to myself. It'll only be for your baby's sake. Answer honestly? What are you talking about? Haven't you found out enough about what's going on anyways? Why are you keeping your pregnancy such a secret? Is there something that you don't want others to find out? You've not told your mother-in-law and you've not told your husband the truth, have you? It's because I don't want to say anything in case I lose the baby. Besides, once they know, everyone will be treating me well, right? Do you really think I'm going to believe that lie? You really are the worst person I've dealt with in my life, Sarah. I gave you my answer, so promise me you'll protect my secret. I don't need anyone else finding out when it's really none of their business. You really think that I'm going to keep a secret like that? No way, Sarah. I'm not going to do that. I just said I'd consider your idea. Are you kidding me? You're just playing me? You can't treat a pregnant woman like this. And you can't go behind your husband's back and get pregnant with another man's baby, Sarah. There's no way I'm protecting you from what happens to you. Just wait a minute, okay? Please, don't tell my husband. My baby needs a good father. I'll pay you hush money if need be. I don't need any hush money. Also, I better tell you that your husband can see all the messages you've sent. He's sitting here beside me. Charlotte, please tell me you're joking. You can't do this to me. I haven't done anything to you. It seems like you're in big trouble now, Sarah. You've made your bed, now lie in it. Don't contact me again. I am not helping you out of the web you've spun for yourself. Please, don't do this to me. What am I supposed to do with the baby? I really need help. Don't abandon me with this. Please, Charlotte, answer me. Of course, with the discovery of her affair, Sarah and her husband got divorced. Both parents were shocked, and she wasn't let back into the family home. I've got no idea where she is. The last time I saw her, she came by asking for money. She started working at various cafes, but she eventually ran out of money and asked her ex-husband for help. He kicked her out without giving her as much as a penny. By that time, she was in a dilapidated condition. She might be in an even worse position now. No one has sympathy for her as she's so self-centered. I returned to a more relaxed and comfortable life without her in it. I actually told my husband what was happening since the beginning. I never wanted to lie to him as we share so much together. After a few months passed, I found out I was pregnant again. The baby is well and we're both healthy. I want to give as much love as possible to my newborn baby, as I wish I could have done with the first baby I got pregnant with. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Kate, I'm sorry this happened. It's all my fault. I'm really sorry this time. I never expected to run you over with my car. It was an accident. Don't worry about it too much. Both Daniel and I understand. Everything's gonna be fine. But I caused the accident while I was driving my car. And you also broke your right arm. I can't just get over it. It wasn't life-threatening, so I'm okay. You were lucky it was me. If you had a car accident with someone else, it could have been a bigger problem. Yeah, I was really lucky. But it was definitely unlucky for you, Kate. You let me off the hook so easily. Well, we're relatives. I just want you to learn from your mistakes. I don't plan to ask you to pay me money or anything. Really? Are you sure? I don't want our relationship to get awkward because of it. I'm your daughter-in-law. You're gonna be my mother-in-law for the rest of my life. Plus, the insurance company paid me money to cover for my fees. Thanks, Kate. I'm really sorry. It's all my fault, yet you're so kind to me. I hope I can do something in return. If so, could you get a traffic mirror? I've been asking you this several times already. It's pretty dangerous near your parking lot. Yes, for sure. My husband got it as soon as I had an accident. It's difficult to look out for other cars and pedestrians when you park your car. I think the bad visibility caused this accident. I should have listened to your advice earlier. If only I had it before this accident, I might have been able to prevent it from happening. I'm really sorry. We can't change what already happened. As long as we learn from our mistakes, it's okay. It's something from the past. But, oh, Kate, I have an idea. How about you move in with us for a while? Uh-huh. Move into your house. I heard you were about to leave the hospital. I bet you still can't use your arm. Daniel's also on his business trip, isn't he? Yeah, that's right, but I don't want to be a burden to your family. There's nothing to worry about. I bet it's hard to do everything by yourself with just your left arm. Let me help you, Kate. We'll look after you until you recover. Really? Of course. You're more than welcome. I'll be glad if you can accept my offer. All right, if you say so. Thanks so much. I'll pick you up on the day you leave the hospital. Before we head to my house, we'll stop by at your house so that you can get some necessities. Okay, thanks a lot. Kate, I'm sorry to ask you to buy so many things. Is your arm okay? Yes, I'm perfectly fine. I want to express my gratitude for having me in your house. Going shopping for groceries actually helps me exercise too. I'm glad to hear that. You've been so nice to me, I can't just do nothing at home. It feels nice to do housework once in a while. Really, I hope you don't mind. You're really good with your hands, Kate. You managed to do housework with just your left arm. Doesn't it feel weird? I'm actually surprised myself that I'm managing it. There are still many things I can't do, though. You're doing really well. You'll be able to live your normal life again in no time. I hope so. There's still some time until Daniel comes home from his business trip. I really hope I get better until then. If so, do you want to try doing some more housework? Huh? What do you mean? You know, the housework I'm asking you to do now is easy. Like going to shop for groceries and doing some laundry. Well, I guess it's still really hard for me to cook. Right, but I think it's best if you start getting used to other things as well. Maybe start doing some housework on your own. I think I get what you're saying. Don't you agree? I'm glad you understand. We really have similar mindsets. But, you know, I think it might still be hard for me. As I told you earlier, I can't do complicated stuff. Be confident. You can do it. It's gonna be a big help if you can help me around the house. And I think it's also best for you. So, how about we give it a try? If you insist. But I hope you understand that things can still be hard for me. Please go easy on me. Of course, I completely understand. Thanks. I'll try my best then. Great. Then I have a favor to ask you. Could you get some more groceries? More? I thought this was it for today. I always list only a few things when you go shopping. I thought it might be hard for you to bring everything home. But now that I don't have to worry about it anymore, I'll give you the full list of things I want you to get. Okay. Send me the full list. Thanks. You're a big help. I'll send it to you later. We'll do some housework together when you come home, okay? As soon as I get home? The earlier we start, the better. It's better to get used to it fast. Okay. Thanks for helping with the housework, Kate. We'll work hard together. Kate, how was your visit to the hospital? Are you on your way home? Yeah, I'm heading home. The doctor told me I was getting better. Oh, it's nice to hear that. You've been out since early morning, so there's still a lot of housework left to do. Make sure you finish them when you get home. Can we talk for a moment? I don't want to tell you this, but I think you're asking too much from me. Too much? I'm doing most of the housework. To be honest, I haven't seen you do anything. Let me make it clear. I'm injured. What do you mean? You can still use your left arm. And you're really good with your hands. You can live in my house. Can't you at least do some housework? I want to ask you something. Didn't I come to stay with you so that I can recover? I don't think this is helping me recover. If you're capable, you should do it. I thought you said it made you feel good. Why are you complaining all of a sudden? I was talking about the minimum. You can't just make me do everything around the house. You haven't done any housework recently. Shut up. Just come home and do the housework. Don't complain just because you're injured. Seriously. Why do you think I'm injured? I thought you said it was an accident. Why do you have to bring that up? Shut up and do your work. Oh, I see. You're over. Goodbye. Uh-huh. What do you mean? What's over? I was just talking to myself. I'm glad I got to know your honest feelings. I thought I might be honest with you, too. You don't make any sense. Forget it. Just come home and do the housework. Or I'll never forgive you. No, I'm never going to your house again. Daniel is coming home today from his business trip. I'll go and get my stuff with him after he gets home. Huh? Daniel is coming home already? I thought that wasn't the plan. Well, plans are bound to change. You'll understand soon. Thanks for having me. Things are gonna get hard for you, but good luck. What do you mean? I won't forgive you if you don't come home. How about the housework? Do it yourself. I'm gonna get busy, so I can't waste my time on you. Goodbye. Kate, a lawyer sent me a letter about our accident and compensation money. What's going on? Everything should be clear. As it says on the letter, I'm asking you to pay for compensation. Apparently, I can still ask you for it, so I decided to do so. What are you thinking? I thought you said you won't be asking me for money. Back then, that was what I planned. We didn't even discuss about it properly. I still have the right to ask you for compensation. How can you bring this up again? Why are you doing this to me? I thought I told you this before. I told you I won't be asking for money as long as you learn from your mistakes. So what? I learned from my mistakes. Don't be ridiculous. Try reflecting on your actions. You definitely didn't learn from your mistakes. What did I do? I got a traffic mirror near my parking lot. And I even offered you to stay with our family until you recover. I'm clearly trying to make it up for you. See? I never asked you to take care of me. And you made me do all the housework. I thought you were capable of doing housework. Come on, this isn't much of a problem. Considering my injury, you should know that it's hard for me to do housework. But you still did it. You never complained, too. I told you it was too much for me, but you never listened. You kept on saying that I should do something in return. But you were technically forcing me to do so. How can you act like this when I'm injured because of you? That's your interpretation. I never intended to do so. I'm not the villain here. If you really think you did the right thing, be confident with yourself. There shouldn't be any problem even if I sued you. Why are you suddenly silent? I thought you did nothing wrong. I am sorry about the accident, but I don't understand why you want to sue me. Well, that's up to me, isn't it? I don't care how you feel about it. And by the way, I'll also sue you regarding how you've been treating me. What do you mean? As I said earlier, while I lived with you, you treated me pretty harshly. Not only that, you made me get injured. You also treated me like a housemaid. So I decided to sue you regarding both of these things. Don't be ridiculous. How can you sue me for just those things? Don't you realize that's why you're being sued? I have proof from when I lived with you. And I also have these conversations recorded. I think I have a pretty high chance of winning this case. Hey, wait a moment. Is Daniel home from his business trip? What did he say about this issue? I'm guessing he's asking you to stop all this nonsense. Why would he? He's the one who decided to sue you. He's even planning to break relations with you. You have to be kidding. I'm his mother. His real mother. If you can't believe it, go and ask him directly. Let's meet in the courtroom. There's no use arguing right now. Please, listen to me. I am so sorry. Let me apologize for everything. If you want money, I'll pay you as much as you want. Don't sue me. Please, it's ridiculous. I thought you already received a letter from my lawyer. It's too late. If you regret everything, blame yourself. I'm looking forward to seeing how this ends. As I planned, I sued my mother-in-law and successfully won the case. Not only that, I got some compensation from the accident. I was also able to receive some more money regarding how she planned everything beforehand. I'm not sure why she offered me to stay at her house in the first place, but from the evidence, it was judged to be premeditated. My mother-in-law and her family are currently having a hard time gathering enough money to pay for compensation. Shortly after I got home from her house, my arm fully recovered, and now I'm back to living my normal life. Housework felt so easy after completing them with just one arm when I was living with her. I guess I was the one who benefited most through this incident.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Rachel, do you have any plans this year for the 4th of July? If you don't have anything figured out for that time, would you like to go on vacation with me? Go on vacation with you to somewhere? Why do you want us to go with you again? Well, when I was at a baseball game last week, I won tickets from a raffle that was held there. But remember that my husband is already gone, so it's just me right now. And so instead of just going by myself, I thought it would be more fun to have you come along with me. The tickets are for a 7-day stay in a cabin out in the mountains, and there will be ATVs that we can ride and some great hiking we can all go on. There's even a nice river that runs nearby that you can both go swimming in if it starts to get hot. Why should we have to come with you, though? You have another son and his wife as well, right? And I'm sure you could find some of your own friends to go with you, right? Well, last year I already went with those two to an all-inclusive resort, and most of my friends aren't that active anymore, so a trip like this wouldn't be something they can enjoy. You did say something about that trip back in the fall of last year. I already had a chance to go out with those two on a vacation, so this time I think it's you and your husband's turn. Sometimes I really do want to just be around my older son and you. Remember that it's almost been a year now since we've last met. You didn't come out for Thanksgiving, and you didn't make it up during Christmas or New Year's as well. So I'd love to have a week of just the three of us together so that we can all catch up a bit and grow closer. I can see that, but I'm okay without going on a trip. Well, if it's the cost of anything else on the trip that you're worried about, I'll be paying. This is not a problem with money. If we join you to go, it'll end up being just the three of us going. You, my husband, and I'm not okay with that. You don't want it to just be the three of us going? I'm sorry, but it's uncool to go on vacations with your single mother-in-law. If you'd really like us to come, have your second oldest son and his wife join us as well. But if you can't do that, then I'm not going. I've thought this for a while, but do you just hate me in general, Rachel? Did I do something that upset you in the past? Nope. And I don't hate you or anything like you've said. I already know that you have some kind of prejudice against me, though, as your mother-in-law. Well, you and I are family now since you've married my son, and so I'd like it if we could all try to get along better. And I thought us taking this vacation would give you and I a chance to become even closer and close the distance that we have had between us. Linda, there are people that fit together, and there are people that do not fit together in this world. And as for you and I, you're just not the kind of person that fits me. I don't fit for you, huh? That's right. So stop trying to force the two of us to be closer when it's impossible. I'm sorry, but it's never going to work and is a waste of time. What about me do you hate so much? If I have something that's bothering you, then I'll try my best to fix it for you. I understand that you are the kind of person that just thinks they can get along with anyone, no matter who they are. But I see you in a different way from all the rest. I know that all you are is someone who sees themselves as the most important. Is that so? And another thing is how much you judge others. I can hear you talking all the time about who is pretty and who is ugly and all of that. But I think you should stop from talking about others until you've looked at yourself. You're talking about me. Do you want people to pamper you because you're so old now? To tell it to you straight, I'm not going to give in to your ways of thinking. I think that the way you are is pretty embarrassing, so I'd like that you and I stay a bit further from one another. So this is how you've been thinking of things all along. Well, are you finally able to see how I feel about you after so long? I'm not going on that vacation with you, and I don't really want the two of us becoming any closer to one another. All right then. I guess I'll be taking my younger son and his wife on this trip. Go ahead and do that, please. From now on, don't even bother inviting my husband and I on anything else. Rachel, I'm not really okay with that. What is going on with you today? And what do you want to talk to me about now? I'm talking about the attitude you had at the funeral just a bit ago. What were you thinking back then? A lot of the other family and friends were shocked by your behavior. So you're talking about the funeral for your recent husband? Stop trying to act dumb right now. I know that you understand everything I'm mentioning to you. I was just making sure to be at the funeral without causing any issues for all of you. I was expecting that you'd come and thank me for being there still, yet now you're going to complain about me. That's because of the attitude you had there today. You had this look on your face as though the whole funeral was a waste of your time and a bother. And then the moment it was over, you bolted out of the building and went home. You didn't even manage to include yourself to any of the other family and friends there. Instead, looking at your smartphone the whole time. Well, to be honest, it was a waste of time being there. And the only reason I came was because my husband asked me to. Why should I actually have to go to a funeral for someone that I only ever met with one time before? I am thankful that you went out of your way to come to the funeral, but if you were going to come in acting like a bratty child, you could have just stayed home at that point. Well, I never wanted to come in the first place. If you have any complaints about me being there, then you go direct them at my husband. Rachel, I get that you do not like me, but when you come to an event that revolves around everyone mourning over the loss of their family and friend, you cannot act like a brat. Uh-huh. What does that mean? Don't you dare start telling me what I can and can't do now. Is it wrong for me to even warn you now? I am your mother-in-law, and I feel okay doing that with you. No, you and I are just strangers. Strangers? We are strangers, right? You and I are not related by blood. So can you stop trying to act like my mother now? It really is a pain in my butt having to listen to you talk like you're the one that raised me. I don't even remember you being the one to give birth to me a long time ago. Right. So to you, all I am is a stranger, right? Yup. I've thought that ever since I got married. Well, just like at the funeral, it seems you're going to start acting like a brat once again. Well, I hope you don't ever act this way when you come to my funeral. No, actually, I'm sure that you wouldn't even come to my funeral in the first place. Well, if you don't need me to go there, then I won't. It's all just an absolute waste of my precious time. I understand everything very clearly now. I'll join you and start to think of you as a stranger, well, from now on. Just as you've always wanted, okay? That'll be fine with you, right? Of course. I feel as though a massive weight has just been lifted off my back now. For a long time now, I just assumed that I'd have to deal with you until the day you croaked, and that I'd have no other choice. Mom, what the hell is going on? What do you want now? It's rare for you to ever message me anymore. Did something happen to my son? It's not about him. My husband is perfectly fine right now. Is that so? Well, then everything must be okay there. So then, why are you still talking to me?
Is it true that you're paying for your younger son and his wife to get a new house?
What? So you went and contacted me after a year of complete silence to talk about that. Well, I am paying for their new house, but what does that have to do with you?
Having to pay for a brand new house to be built is a lot of money, right?
That's right, it sure is a lot. I think their total has come out to $300,000.
Is that for all the land as well, or just the house being built?
I had been given that land a long time ago, so I'm only having to pay for them to have the new house built.
You had land that you were never using before?
Well, way back in the day, that land was owned by one of my family's friends, and they lived on it. But then they stopped living there for some reason and just vanished, so the house was torn down and the land was just left there. And after it was passed around for a few years, it had finally ended up in my hands.
And why are you giving it to your younger son and his wife? My husband is your older son. What about us?
What do you mean?
I'm talking with you about how you never give us any money or anything. And you know very well about how the two of us just had our own new house built for us.
Rachel, what are you going on about right now? Why would anyone give a random stranger money to help build their house? I'm not that stupid, okay?
Uh-huh.
You and I are strangers, right? You told me that a while back, didn't you? The reason I was willing to pay for their new house to be built was because my younger son and his wife are very close family to me.
So it's all because I told you that we were strangers, that you never bothered to give us any money for the new house?
That's exactly right, Rachel. We are strangers, and so I'm not going to hand you any money when we're not even supposed to really talk to one another. I was giving you the life you asked for, right? Also, last year you told me no to going on vacation with me, right? I felt as though you hated receiving presents from me after that event.
But...
that's the thing. It wasn't just the present that you hated receiving, but also the fact you didn't want to go with me. Well, if you really hate me as much as you said you did then why would you want to take any of my money when it's coming from me?
Oh, hold on for a minute, Linda. I'd actually love to know why and how you were able to just hand them $300,000 for their new house. Not even my husband knew that you were carrying that large amount of money on you.
Well, of course I had been given a large amount of money from my husband when he had passed away. But of course it wasn't just the money that he left for me that allowed me to give that kind of money away for their house. The reason I have had so much financial freedom now is due to my father.
Your father? Wait, you're talking about the man you had that funeral for?
That's right. Actually, my father had a pretty decent amount of money sitting around after he had passed away. And since my mother passed away around the same time my husband did, my father's money would go to me and my older brother.
Uh-huh. So you're saying that your whole family had that kind of money on them? Even though the funeral for him looked so basic and all.
You really are such a rude woman. Start speaking like a proper adult. The reason we had such a basic funeral is because my father's friends put it together for him. My father was a huge saver back in the day, and he hated being seen as a rich man when all he really cared about was his family and friends.
So even though your father was that rich, not even his grandson, my husband, was able to find out about that? Did you all really manage to keep all that a secret from him?
I made sure to tell all my kids about him and his money. I let them know that he was a rich man, although he wouldn't let himself look the part. I'm sure they never believed me when I told them that, though, because of how simple a man my father was.
So my husband never chose to believe you then?
To be honest, even I didn't know about how much money my father was carrying until the days after he had passed and I had met with his lawyer. But of course I'd never had known before. But apparently my older brother knew about the money he had a long time ago. And by the way, that house being built for my younger boy and his wife is a part of what my father had asked for.
So that's what's been going on. I knew something strange was going on. I never even heard about you having land that was just sitting around.
Well, I didn't have anything that I could use the land for. And my brother was the one that got my father's house after he passed. I was just given that piece of land and money in the end. And since my younger son wanted to build a new house, I thought it was the perfect chance to have that land put to use. And so I considered all of that as his grandfather giving him that land to use.
So,
What? If you're asking about yourselves, there is nothing for you both. I only had that one piece of land and it was going to my younger boy and his wife. But because of me only receiving that little piece of land, the rest of what I got from my father was all money. They are planning on having a baby soon as well, after the house is ready. So when that baby comes into this world, I'll make sure to give them a little bit more money, as a present for bringing my first grandbaby.
that's screwed up. All you're doing is caring for those two.
What do you want me to say? This is all what you wanted from the start, right?
But back then, I didn't think things would turn out like this.
Well, if you're starting to regret us becoming strangers, then you can try and act a bit nicer towards me, and maybe I'll consider you family again. How much longer do you plan to act like a jerk towards me?
Good morning, Linda. Do you think that me and my husband can come over to see you?
Come on now. Tell me what's going on this time. This is the first time I've ever heard you ask to come over to my house.
Well, I wanted to come over and apologize for everything that's happened between the two of us.
I don't need your apologies. I'd rather just the two of us stay complete strangers, okay? I think by staying distant, it'll benefit us both.
I'm so sorry for everything that I've done, though. Linda, can we take back calling one another strangers from now on? Please forgive me. Please let my husband and I back into your family.
But you had told me before that it was impossible for you and I to get along, right? So the two of us becoming family again is going to be a bit too difficult, I think. And I don't want us to have to force one another to become happy together.
That's not what I meant.
Then what did you mean?
Really, I was looking up to you so much, Linda.
I highly doubt that crap, Rachel.
I'm being serious. I was jealous of you, actually. You are way older than me, yet you get to look so beautiful, like you're my age or even younger. You always got to have everyone find an interest in you. And I was really wanting to be like you in every way because you are just so perfect.
So, because of how jealous you were of me, you had to act like a brat?
Well, whenever I was around you or had to talk to you, I felt awful inside. So that's why I had said some terrible things and wanted you and I to become strangers. I'm so sorry about all of that.
Oh, so me being around causes you to be in pain then? I'm so sorry as well for never realizing something as serious as that. Well, just like you said, it's better that you and I don't treat one another like family after all.
No, I'm over all of that now.
Actually, I have some problems with you being around me as well. So that's why I think you and I can never truly become family. I think that just having my younger son and his wife around will do. My son's wife and him are both very nice to me, and she loves to hang out when she gets the time to.
Please just forgive me. I promise that I'll never act like a brat or say anything rude to you ever again.
Jeez. The moment that you learned about the money I have, you changed your attitude towards me on a dime. Do you really want the money that I have that badly?
That's not what any of this is about. I just thought that maybe it was time you and I started to work towards having a closer family relationship with one another.
Could you stop trying to say all that bullcrap to me? I've already heard enough about you, Rachel. You ended up having a house built that is way out of your financial zone. And so now that most of the house is complete and all the bills are being processed, the cost is a lot more than you first thought.
Well, we were just given so many options to choose from when planning the house, and at some point we went a little overboard with it. We really never meant to put all our money into the house. But now with all the loans we've had to take out on the house, there's no way we're going to be able to have the kids we've wanted to have soon. I really wanted to start having kids this year, but now I'll have to give up on that dream.
Well, with the way you think and act towards others, I think it's better that you don't have any kids. If you started to raise your own kids, they'd all turn out as bad as you, or would be put through hell being around you all the time.
But I want them. But right now we are not able to pay off all our loans. Do you think you could help us pay for them?
I can't do anything about your problems. If you're having that much trouble paying for all that house, then maybe it's time you sold the place.
I don't want to sell this house. I was finally able to make the house of my dreams.
I don't want this. I hate that. If you're just going to complain about everything in life, you're going to lose it all and be left with nothing.
What do you mean by that?
I got a call from my son. I'm talking about your husband, okay? He says that he really messed up marrying you.
He said that? Well, I never heard anything from him about any complaints.
He said that when you weren't able to control him like you had hoped to, you began to tear into him. And he couldn't take any more of the arguments you'd get into. And so he called me, telling me that he's begun to think about getting a divorce from you so he can end all his own suffering.
A divorce? So now he plans to just throw me away? Why would he do that?
Well, the problem that started it all for him was the way you acted back at the funeral for my father. Back then, he never imagined someone like you acting that way towards his own grandpa. And after that funeral, you and him got into a pretty heated argument over what had happened, right?
Well, a small argument. But you can't call what happened then a heated argument. He just told me that he didn't want me acting like a child anymore around us.
But then you freaked out on him for saying that, and he had to shut himself up, right? He didn't even say anything that was wrong to you. Rather, he just wanted to keep you from being a jerk to everyone else, and you took that as a chance to tear into him. And when it came to having your house built, he said that you guys wouldn't have the money for the place, but you went ahead anyway and signed all the papers allowing the start of construction. I think him getting rid of you is the correct choice now.
I hate this. I'm not going to let him divorce me.
Well, then you go and tell that to my son instead of me. Telling a complete stranger all of that stuff is a waste of your precious time, right?
I'm asking you to please help me, Linda. I'm not asking you to give me all your father's money. But at the very least, give me enough to pay for the house, and that will be good.
Remember that this money is all from my father, though. Yet when we were all mourning his death at the funeral, you acted like a complete idiot, only thinking about yourself and how little his death affected you. So don't you feel like a jerk asking me to give you some of his money when you said his funeral was a waste of your time?
Fine, then I'll go to his gravestone and ask him.
I don't need you going anywhere near my father's gravestone. He is sleeping quietly, and he doesn't need some brat causing him all kinds of trouble. I have nothing else to talk to you about now, Rachel. So when we are done here, don't try and talk with me again.
Am I really going to be divorced by my husband? Do you not have a care in the world about what's going to happen to your oldest son and his wife? Our marriage is in danger right now.
And who cares? My younger son and his wife are amazing. So only having them around is just fine by me. The divorce of a stranger and my son has nothing at all to do with me and my family. After that, Rachel continued to cry and whine that she didn't want a divorce, and even came all the way to my house to apologize. But I didn't listen. And after that, the relationship she had with my older son turned into a huge mess that was never going to be fixed. Rachel, with the little money she had left, didn't want a divorce to happen as she'd be left with nothing. But my son had had enough of her, and so the divorce could not be stopped by Rachel, no matter how hard she tried to make him feel bad for her. He ended up having the lawyer split their properties, but there wasn't much there to work with, considering that they only just had the house built, and had very little money. In the end, he was given the house since his name was on it, and he put most of his money into it, and Rachel was given just a little bit of whatever money he did have. After that last meeting, she went back home to her parents, which let her back into their house on the condition that she had a place of her own within the next 2 months. And after the divorce, my son took the newly built house that he was allowed to keep and sold it with all the furniture and everything, getting back a lot of money that immediately went into paying off the rest of the remaining loans. And once that was all taken care of, my son came to me over and over again apologizing for whatever Rachel had done to me, and for him not trying harder to stop her. And after hearing all of that from him, I forgave him. But I told him that any other woman he brought into the family would have to go through me first and be judged whether or not they could marry him, unless he wanted to be disowned for choosing another brat. However, he only replied to me by saying he had no plans to get married ever again, and that was that. I'm sure that after having a child like her around him all the time, complaining and making things all about herself, he was completely tired and found that being single is way more relaxing and good for the health.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.